Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. I already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. Right now, we're going to have ourselves a nice post game. We're going to go all around the spectrum of the NBA today with so many electrifying performances that I want to get into tonight. I want to appreciate all y'all that's tuned in, because we got a lot of things to discuss. Salute to Rap Guy Reloaded. You already know Jerry. Shout out to Basil Carpenter Jr. I see all y'all in the building. Right now, we got ourselves a 12-point game right now in Milwaukee. 106-118. The Milwaukee Bucks just turned the basketball over. Luka Doncic has it. He gives it to Vinny Smith. He misses the three-pointer. Rebounded by Giannis Antetokounmpo, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to y'all. You got George Hill out there. Bobby Portis and the crew. Grayson Allen is out there shaking and baking. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Oh, man. You got George Hill. Just hit a three. That was a bone breaker right there, man. You don't need that. Tonight, the New York Knicks had a hell of a game tonight, ladies and gentlemen, against the Memphis Grizzlies. That game should have been on prime time, I think. But like I said, it was so many good ones, and I want to get into tonight. But right now, we all focus on the Milwaukee Bucks, and they look like they have seized control of this game. With Giannis Antetokounmpo going to the line with 4:13 to go, is 106-121. Bobby Portis has a double-double with 15 points, 10 rebounds. That's major. They're going up against the New York Knicks on Wednesday. Give credit to the New York Knicks. They lost, but they fight like hell. Jalen Brunson, they got to get this guy some help. I was pretty disgusted when I was watching that game. I seen that game. This dude John Moran is the truth. I don't know where you're gonna rank him at. He's definitely electrifying, man. It's wild. He's definitely one of the top scoring guards. I don't know if you want to put him in that point guard. But he does play the point guard position. But he's definitely, a score first guard, and like I said, he's one of the best at doing that. And it's 106-121 right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo is at the line, 4:13 to go, remaining in this ball game. Y'all let me know what games you guys were interested in tonight. It was so many. Like I said, I'm about to go down. Let me check the schedule. You had another good one. The Portland Trailblazers, lost 97-111. Against the Brooklyn Nets. That was another good game that came on today. Also, the Golden State Warriors, they won 137-114. The Minnesota Timberwolves, as things is not going the schedule to plan, obviously. The Clippers wild out tonight. It's a flight. RJ Barrett. I don't know if he's a bust, but they should have made that move when they had the chance. You don't play around when you got an opportunity to get my man Donovan Mitchell. You don't mess around. You don't play around with an opportunity like that because you see what's going on with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So take it or leave it. That wasn't the player that you mess around with in terms of acquiring. You don't mess around. But the Knicks, they chose otherwise. it is what it is. Zubac tonight, he had himself a hell of an evening. This dude Zubac. I mean, did y'all see the stat line for Zubac tonight? He definitely should make headlines. This dude, Evincia Zubac, put up 31 points and 29 rebounds. This dude went out here and put up Wilt Chamberlain numbers, ladies and gentlemen. They out there pouring the water baths on them like they just won a championship. The Clippers, they in trouble. They got a lot of things they need to deal with. Number one, the situation with my man Kawhi Leonard. He's just dragging the whole situation down, just dragging everything down. So when you're dealing with a situation like that, you really put yourself in the world of trouble, and you're seeing it firsthand. So I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, you take it or you leave it. It's going to be major problems if the Clippers don't rectify that situation. Yeah, Zubac tonight had 29 rebounds. That was wild. That even surprised me. I was not. I mean, when the last time we even heard about Zubac? To be honest with you, seriously, when was the last time? You got to think about that. It's been a while since we heard about his name. We know he played with Lonzo Ball. We know all of that. He's having himself an up and down career ever since his departure from the Los Angeles Lakers. It was definitely troubling when we found out that he was moving from the Lakers to the Clippers. That didn't really make the most sense. But it is what it is. They should have kept Zubac back then, but the Lakers, they had a lot of good young pieces that they just let walk out the door. I mean, that's just inevitable when you see everybody scattered all around the league. One must wonder, what the hell is going on, at the end of the day. And the Lakers continue to struggle, even though they look like they're trying to battle their way out. They're in for an uphill battle. The Los Angeles Lakers, they're in trouble. Also, I want to point out some other teams as well that played this evening. We just got into the Clipper game, but right now you're in the game. The Milwaukee Bucks is winding things down. They look like they seized control over this game against the Dallas Mavericks. The Miami Heat won tonight, 106-98. The Washington Wizards lost to the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics are definitely looking dominant out there. I may add. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they beat the Detroit Pistons 102-94. And like I stated before, whoever missed this game, I don't know what was wrong with you, but this game against the New York Knicks and the Memphis Grizzlies was a hell of a game. That was definitely a game that you didn't want to miss. Like I told you already what John Morant was doing. John had 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 14 assists. This man had a triple-double in Madison Square Garden. He electrified. He put on an amazing performance. Also, back to Julius Randle. With the New York Knicks, he had 14 and 10. R.J. Barrett had 22.7 rebounds. But the problem was when things was needed of him, he was really nowhere to be found. It was like they relied so heavily on Jalen Brunson, and Brunson is undersized. At the end of the day, we got to cut this dude Brunson some slack. He did the best he could. I don't think Brunson is 6. I don't know what the hell is he even 6 foot. They got this guy out there, and it was so crazy because it was like they was leaving Brunson out there to take all the shots. And Tom Thibodeau, he wasn't rebound. He didn't have no rebounders in position. Nobody was there. Guys were just taking shots, and then nobody there to rebound the basketball. It was on about your business. So all of that is sad. In itself. So a lot of things got to be rectified with the New York Knicks. Especially this early on in the season. That was another tough loss for New York, and the Philadelphia Sixers. They beat down the Orlando Magic 133-103 tonight, and that was another amazing hell of a performance. What's the deal, Dex? We got Dex live in the building. It's Flight Sports.
I know it might be loud in here, but I just wanted to chime in, see what
Are you
was
good?
going on.
You good? I'm just giving the people some around the clock, spectrums on what happened today in the post game, keeping everybody updated, on what's happening. I gave the people a rundown. Right now, you got the Milwaukee Bucks. They looking like they're about to put the hurting on the Dallas Mavericks. They winding things down. So I'm touching bases with the people. I let everybody know that New York game against the Memphis Grizzlies was a nail biter. So whoever missed that, I feel sorry for you. I think that was the game of the evening. So right now we're just really talking basketball, nothing too specific. Obviously, what's going on with you?
Shit, trying to get some bread,
Right. So you
spread
trying to
my
get?
wings. That's why it's loud. I'm at the casino.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but my man out there gambling, man. Gamblers don't know what you're
I
doing.
need to call gambling anonymous.
Right.
And then I
Nah.
got my Chinese chicken salad. So I'm glad I got an opportunity to grab my Chinese chicken salad with the romaine lettuce, the Napa cabbage, the kumquats, crispy wontons, grilled chicken, and a sesame vinaigrette sauce that is out of this world.
That's crazy.
So I'm chilling like a villain, and I come to talk basketball.
That's troubling. Basil says the Magic is trash. I don't know about that. I want to get into a player today who balled out with Zubac tonight. I don't know if you noticed. Did, did you hear about Zubac's numbers?
Say that again, for like.
Zubac for the Los Angeles Clippers. He had himself an amazing performance tonight. Did you hear
Yeah,
about
but
his night?
Zubac. That's just Zubac is is basically relegated to what's ever left over.
Right, 31 and 29
So I
tonight.
don't expect this is to be his coming out party. And
He
who
said
did they play?
the Indiana Pacers.
Huh?
The Pacers.
Damn, I can barely hear you.
The Indiana Pacers.
Oh, the Pacers.
Yeah.
I don't know why my damn phone is tripping all of a sudden.
Yeah, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me good too in the chat. Let me know how the audio's coming in. But nonetheless, you said that Zubac is just relegated to all the scraps. I mean,
I have to come out
Zubac
and
has
come
had
back in there.
himself have an up and down
Okay.
career, like I stated. We know his game. Lonzo Ball definitely put him on the map when they played. That's when people first heard of this guy. So I mean, it is what it is. So Basil, he said Dex audio is choppy. Okay, appreciate it. Just making sure that the audio was coming in correctly. Shout out Basil and Rap Guy Reloaded. So let's see what the Clippers are gonna do. With their pieces. It is what it is. Tomorrow, if we want to look down the line at the spectrum of games, tomorrow we got ourselves even more star-studded performances all around the bunch. Right now, you at 110, 124 for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks is putting the hurting on the Dallas Mavericks. It's one of them nights.
Yeah,
You
okay, I'm
good?
back. Yeah, can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch no basketball today. I was just trying to get fed by, you know, Flight Sports TV because I was out and about doing things and connecting with individuals and trying to make something happen. You follow what I'm saying? Kicking, crawling, and scratching, trying to make something happen. And I met this multi-millionaire businessman who's a Cuban immigrant. And so we was basically chopping up, and we're gonna see if we can connect on something that we can build. And then if everything's good and legit, I'm going to try to merge it with some of my other connects, especially in the big baller brand circle. and we can move from there. Because you already know that I ain't about just talking about stuff. I'm about trying to make it happen the best way I can within the network that I influence. So we're going to see in the future, might see some crazy collaboration with Big Baller Brand. I'm fighting hard as hell to convince Big Baller to put some merch on Kid Austin. And at least put the BBBs on his robe or something to that nature, or even get into other boxers that might be solidified in the game. That Big Baller might be pleasant enough to put them triple Bs on these guys while they're going into the ring on their shorts or something to that nature. So this is what we're doing at Flight Sports TV. We're trying to connect entrepreneurs with entrepreneurs, and we're trying to get this bag flowing where we all can be sustained on our efforts and our work, and not let our efforts and work be hijacked because others don't want to see you get to a certain level in this game. So that's what we're doing. We're matching wits. We're trying to get it out there. That's a whole lot of Big followers showing me off the camera. And I was even surprised. And I was like, Big Baller, man, we outdated. All these resources you got going on right now, I like Big Baller, we outdated. You gotta kick it in full gear and spread and disseminate that information so we can give it to the people. You know what I'm saying? Because it looks like you're ready. A lot of the things that he already got going on overseas, it's in full bloom. And I was even shocked. I was like, you got this overseas thing going like that? I was like, what you holding back for? And you didn't give no reasons why holding back because it's in full swing. Nobody can interrupt it. And it's looking good. So I'm like, dude, we need to try to broaden this network and get some of the people that's into basketball, that's not afraid to travel to connect and let them do their thing, because America is a global operation. Anytime that you mention the United States of America, it represents globalism. So we have to get out of our region, our locale, and kind of think more global. And when we can find someone who's willing to bring us aboard to go global, get your passports ready, brothers and sisters. Because there's people out there that's so willing to do business with Black Americans. Because a lot of people know that we got the short end of the stick, and a lot of these countries that are willing to open the door is as a apologia for whatever blind eye they turn to the situation. But now, since you have mass internet services and mass media, and you can download data at an instant, there's no way that people don't understand our plight here in America. And if they can help us financially, not being beggars, not soliciting, not coming with our hand out and our hat out, but with some substance. If we come with some substance, they're going to embrace that, and we can get really wealthy really fast.
Yeah, good point, Dax. You know, there's a lot going on out here, man. But you know, all the partnerships that you're establishing out there, many of them very powerful. Things just can continue to take heed. You know, so just watch the proof. Shout, shout out to everybody in the chat that's tuning in with us right now. The Milwaukee Bucks, you know, finna wrapping things up. You know, out there they beat on the Dallas Mavericks. It was a pretty decent game, believe it or not. It was close. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. The Dallas Mavericks were coming off a back to back. They lost to the Toronto Raptors, so that's never good. Yeah, the Dallas Mavericks lost 124 to 115 to the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. So tonight was an extravagant evening. If we want to look ahead, To tomorrow night, we got ourselves another star-studded performances all around the board. You got the Charlotte Hornets at 6-14 going up against the 16-4 Boston Celtics. That's going to be a good one. Let's see what happens. Don't count out the Charlotte Hornets. Every time you did that, they came back and won or did something even more special. You got the Atlanta Hawks versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Also, you have the you have the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Washington Wizards. That's going to be another good game. That identical records too. Both teams 10-10. One out west, one out east. So that should be a good one. Both teams are going to be going after it. You got the Orlando Magic versus the Brooklyn Nets. That should be another good performance. You got the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Toronto Raptors. That's going to be another good night of basketball. That's going to be a good one. The Cavs versus the Raptors. They opened up the season facing off of each other, so that's going to be another good rematch for the teams. Also, you got the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. I like the New Orleans Pelicans in that matchup. You got the Houston Rockets versus the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are 12-7 right now. People think the sky is falling. It's still early. Shout out to the Nuggets fans out there. You got the Chicago Bulls taking on the Utah Jazz. And that's going to be wild, too, because you got Lauri Markkanen going up against his former team. Shout out Basil Carpenter Jr. with the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. So let's go Nuggets. That's going to be a good one. Y'all going to beat the Rockets. But, I mean, you never know with Denver this time of year. Denver got to get it right. But they're not as bad as people making it seem. It's still early. You got, like I said, the Utah Jazz, Lauri Markkanen taking on his former team. That's always going to be a good one. Lauri Markkanen has been balling, so you got to pay homage to Lauri Markkanen. And all the things that this guy has been doing. But he's going to be a game-time decision tomorrow. Rudy Gay is out. Mike Conley is going to be a game-time decision. Alex Caruso is going to be a game-time decision. So we don't really know who's going to be playing in that matchup. But I do know the Chicago Bulls got to win that game at all costs. Right now, they're 8-11. The season is not going scheduled as planned. We got two underrated games tomorrow. It's like, which one do you watch? You got to have the Phoenix Suns versus the Sacramento Kings. That's going to be a good one. The Sacramento Kings have been balling. They're one of the most surprising teams in the league this season. I told people all the time that there's always going to be a team that surprises people, and it seems to be the Sacramento Kings, the Utah Jazz. They just flew out off everybody's radar, and they right in everybody's face. So that should be a good game. Also, you have the Indiana Pacers, versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Versus the Los Angeles Lakers, and that should be a good one. Tyrese Halliburton is the truth and a half. He's really been balling. I believe that he could be, up to his performance to all-star numbers, at this point. When it all depends on how his team finishes off, when all the dust settles, will he be an all-star or not? I think he's got a better chance than any to make it, so it's going to be interesting to see on, that front. But nonetheless, man, we about winding down the first quarter of the season. It's wild not having some of the Ball brothers there, pretty much any, because you get subjected to a lot of different things. Just the game is just missing a little bit of sizzle. That's all I could tell you. We're just missing just a little bit. But I want to run down the stat lines tonight for the Milwaukee Bucks and the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks lost tonight, like I stated, 115-124. Tim Hardaway Jr., 6 points. Dorian Finney-Smith, 13, 4 and 3. You have Luka Doncic at 27, 5 rebounds, 12 assists. You can't scoff at those numbers. Christian Wood coming off the bench with 21 and 7, solid. Kleber with 6. McGee. So they got to step it up. In order to be truly competitive. To be honest with you, they need to put a true all-star next to this guy. That's the biggest problem. They got to put a true all-star next to Luka Doncic. They got all of these supplementary pieces. They got Christian Wood. He's not an all-star, but they got like a high, one of the top role players, that could be on that could, maybe scratch into that surface, but they really need to package some of this shit and go get somebody, to play alongside of Luka. They have to, and they have to, and like I said, a lot of people get on other organizations, but this guy Mark Cuban, they just been winning, and Luka's just so, good. They just been persevering, but they really need to get a better team around him. The pressure's not really on Dallas because like I said, they went to the conference finals last year, so nobody expected that. Grayson Allen tonight balled out, 25 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Giannis Antetokounmpo did his thing with 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists and 1 steal. Brook Lopez tonight, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. You got Carter with 14 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Holiday, 16 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists. Bobby Porter's balled out tonight with a double-double, 15 and 10. And you didn't really get much else from the bench. But like I said, when you got Giannis out there playing with triple-doubles and just controlling everything, it's hard. Giannis just puts so much pressure on them because they can't stop him. It's almost like, what do you do? We're dealing with this guy. This guy, he never really committed to shooting. Even though he's definitely became a better mid-range shooter, just better than people, but much better than the years past. But this guy truly commits to attacking the basket. Like nobody has ever seen before. So he just put a lot of pressure on you, and it's going to be hard to guard this guy. It's going to be hard to defeat the Milwaukee Bucks. Especially if they start sharpening up their snipers, it could be all she wrote. Because it's crazy. They got snipers that wasn't even here today. So it's troubling. Guys like Connaughton, he didn't even shoot the ball well tonight. So he only had 3 points. George Hill only had 5. He had a big 3 at the end. So Wesley Matthews, nothing. So they really didn't play that well tonight, and they still was able to do their thing. We all know that he needs his partner in crime. He'll be back soon. So I mean it's wild. Give credit to this guy Grayson Allen with 25 points. Nobody expected this dude to put up numbers like that. Nobody expect Grayson Allen to be some kind of scorer. You more look at him as a guy that comes in the game to make things, nasty. Just a guy to come in just fuck the whole game up in a bad way, but in a good way for his team. It works out pretty well. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Shout out CWE, Bed-Stuy, and Rap Guy Reloaded. We're giving a post-game report right now involving the Milwaukee Bucks and the Dallas Mavericks. We touching bases with the people right now. We discussing basketball. These two guys right here, they definitely have made their claim for who's the best player, in the NBA. Some people may say Giannis, but there's a lot of people walking around right now that say Luka Doncic is the best player in the NBA. So it is what it is. Giannis is very dominant. It's crazy. He's definitely skilled. A lot of people gave this guy credit. Flat, that this dude was just attacking the basket, just bulldozing to the paint. That's a skill. People might not like it because they can't stop it, but hey, this dude is very skilled. When you got a whole team centered to stop you from getting to the paint, and you keep getting to the goddamn paint, there's some skill involved. And Giannis has definitely been proving that throughout the years. And with him capturing that championship, it just put him in a whole nother plateau. You got to watch how you talking and communicating when you discussing Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. Because I think if he didn't win that championship, I think you would be able to, kind of diminish him. You can't diminish anything. It don't matter if he don't win another one. He's a champion. You can't take that away at all. So that's just something people got to deal with. And he has seen it all and done it all now, so he's even more dangerous. So when the playoffs and things is getting crazy, he done been in that situation. They're not afraid of nothing. The pressure is much more relieved, and you see that. You see Giannis Antetokounmpo in full-blown attack mode and putting a lot of pressure on defenses all around the league. And I think it's going to be for years to come. I don't think this guy's going to wind things down. I think he got a couple more years left in him at this level. It's all about what Milwaukee does. And he committed to the city of Milwaukee. He's not one of these stars looking. He had an opportunity to leave, years past. And he never did that. He never made things dirty. He never just fucked that. Even though he had pressure from media and a lot of outside entities to start fucking things up out there, but he didn't do it. So we got to give this guy credit for being a leader. We're saying nah. And then guys like Damian Lillard is similar as well. When you got the whole entire media just piling on you, they pushing you to force something, and for you to stand there and say, nah, I'm rocking with Milwaukee and this, that, and that. Milwaukee was able to do something. Same for Portland. They doing something. Let's see what it amounts to. Dex, what's your thoughts? Yeah?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, your connection is good?
Yeah, yeah. I got out of the building, so I'm out in the open now.
Right. What was some of your thoughts on what I was just saying?
Well, Giannis really, lucked up and did that in a small market, but it's rare for that to happen. Now, I don't see Damian Lillard doing it. I mean, he probably could have did it if the Warriors didn't have KD, but still, the Rockets was still like on top of the game as well. With those two doing what they did, one succeeded and one hasn't yet succeeded thus far to become a champion and bring that trophy to the city in which they played. And Damian Lillard is a little older. Now, Giannis did it. He was young. He was vivacious. He was very energetic, high-powered type player. So he had an opportunity to run it back and still will have some good years on his tires. Right now, they kicking Damian Lillard tires. Look at him. He's in and out of the lineup. He can't stay sustainable. So that comparison with Giannis and Damian Lillard might be a slight off due to the nature of their age, and plus Lillard is a American-born player, and Giannis is a foreign-born player. So their mindset is a little different when it comes to team hopping and things of that nature. Now, with Damian Lillard, I think is more selfish than it is grandizing. With Giannis, I think is more grandizing than selfish. So when you put those two dynamics together, youth and grandizing, selfish and age, it tends not to turn the way the aging player will probably like it to be in that city. Because there is nothing really motivating Damian Lillard now. Just think about it. What's motivating Damian Lillard to the point where he's going to just take these youngsters and just do some miraculous work with them? Whereas if he was playing with other stars of his ilk, I think it would be a little more demanding. And it could be somewhat like a Westbrook situation, taking a reduced role depending on what team he goes to and what star players he plays with. So in that flight, I don't think Damian Lillard is going to uproot himself. I think he's going to stay a Blazer, but there's a chance that Giannis uproot himself because he still got some time on those tires. So he can play this contract out, and on his next contract, when he get into his early 30s, then we will see what happens then.
You're
You
right
feel me?
about that. That's a good question. So you think that Giannis could find himself outside of Milwaukee? That's what you alluding?
Yes, on his next contract,
Uh,
because I feel that he if he leaves Milwaukee, those cheeseheads up there can't say nothing to this man because he gave them all he had, and Milwaukee do have older players on their team. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a possibility that Milwaukee could start breaking down, and Giannis could be like, you know what? Okay, I gave y'all 8 years or damn near 12 years when the next contract is up. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good time to give a city. And he only mustered one championship so far. And that championship was very well deserving because when you really look at it, they hadn't won anything since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson.
right, right.
So he's a folklore up there in Milwaukee already.
Yeah, he might. He probably. You're right. He might end up, riding it all the way out. I mean, he ain't got nothing else to prove. He won the chip. If he don't win another one, I mean, he's solidified.
Yeah, he's solidified. I agree with that. I think Giannis solidified because he continued to put up good numbers and sometimes even big numbers. So it ain't like that he won a chip and now he want to relax.
See, I,
You know
I
what I'm
want to. I
saying?
don't mean to cut you off, Dex. That's like Kawhi Leonard. Like Kawhi Leonard, he's solidified, but he bullshit. It's like once when he done did it already, so he like shit. I ain't got to show it no more. Y'all seen what I did? I mean, damn, you know what I could do. That's like his attitude. But I know it's a little off topic, but keep going.
Kawhi Leonard, excuse me, is definitely solidified. People just want more of him. You know what I mean? A lot of people want Kawhi Leonard to damper more of LeBron James' legacy because Kawhi Leonard was a type of player that could give LeBron James a little hissy fit, according to LeBron James' talent skill. Kawhi Leonard was a perfect type of player: strong, lengthy, long arms, big hands, not afraid, and athletic. So when those two collide, Kawhi Leonard seems to get the best of LeBron. We know LeBron put up ungodly numbers, and he almost won the MVP as the loser of the finals, like Jerry West. But the committee thought otherwise and didn't give LeBron James that award. He could have got that award twice against the Spurs, and he could have got it against the Golden State Warriors. But at the same time, Kawhi is being nagging with injury. And when he won that championship for the sixth god, those brothers up north, you know what I'm saying? That right there cemented him because he went through that whole playoff ruling, gasping with energy, and at some point fatigue, and he pulled it off. And that's the type of hero song that you want written when it's all said and done. It's like, like the Michael Jordan flu, those type of things. Kobe Bryant, food poisoning. They would love Wes Onso, knee. You know what I'm saying? Willis Reed, leg. So those are the type of stories that they love to write about when you put together their hero's journey. With their hero theme is that he played with anguish and he powered through and he got to the peak of the mountain and was crowned champion. When you have that type of a run and a journey, that goes down in folklore, like NBA folklore.
You're right about that. Well, now let's turn our attention to Luka Doncic. You know, this guy. I was just stating before that a lot of people get on other organizations. You know, the Dallas Mavericks. They continue to be pretty much competitive. So you kind of, forget about all of the deficiencies in the rosters over throughout the years. You know, Luka Doncic brought this team all the way to the conference finals, but we're pretty much some pretty decent level complementary pieces. You know, at what point is it going to get to the point where you need to get a real bona fide superstar next to him? You know, some capacity. You know, what do you think about that?
Well, to be honest with you, Mike, you're gonna need a real unique player to play alongside Luka Doncic if you want Luka Doncic to get Dallas Mavericks over the hump. And right now, I don't see that in the NBA. That caliber player that Luka Doncic needs to be his cohort and his associate in running through the maze to get through. Matter of fact, I think it's more than a maze with Dallas. It's like a library because, like I said, that's kind of a unique, confusing, perplexing situation based on what makes Luka successful. And the NBA right now have guards and wings that looks to score first and handle the ball at the same time. So to have somebody to complement Luka, you're gonna have to have a sharpshooter who don't need to really handle the ball, but is willing to slash and is willing to hang around that arc and do what it do. And like I say, right now, it's nothing out there that I see that's available, unless it's something that's coming from overseas that I'm not aware of. But Luka Doncic definitely like need a unique and special kind of player in order for him to thrive the way that he needs to thrive. That Jalen Brunson dynamic, they got away with that. But I don't think that that will be the horse and carriage into the future to host the Dallas Mavericks into an NBA Finals or actually winning a 4-game series against a team that is formidable. That's going to be a very difficult job for the Dallas Mavericks. Now, if Luka is willing to adjust some of his game and cut down on some of his stats, that can be in an inviting situation to some NBA stars that's on the cliff of becoming an all-star. Now, I don't know if Luka wants that. I think Luka is a pestilence when it comes to sharing that ball. I don't think he really wants that. I think he wants everybody to hush up, play basketball, and try to thrive within the scheme that Jason Kidd has for that team.
Jason Kidd has been good since he took it over. I mean, last year, like I said, it seemed to be an upgrade from Carlisle. Carlisle was doing his thing over there in Indy. Let's see what happens. But I'm with you. I mean, Luka does need that. Somebody says if Luka wants to play with the legit star, he will have to sacrifice some stats. You know, I mean, that was a little bit of that got in the way with him and Porzingis. You know, some of it was Porzingis, some of it was him. But you seen it. It didn't work out well when they brought in a guy who was supposed to be your co-star. Now, Porzingis wasn't as bad as people. He wasn't the best, but I mean, he should have been able to assist Luka Doncic. And the only thing that was troubling to me was Luka having all these triple doubles. He getting all these numbers, but you got Porzingis struggling. That didn't make any sense to me. Just as the kind of player that you are, you got to get your guys, you make them better. What the hell is Porzingis, the laughing stock of the league? And he playing next to this dude that's got all these god numbers. That starts to make you think, what are these numbers truly for? That's just my humble opinion. Porzingis didn't look good next to Luka Doncic, especially at the tail end. They wasn't cool. And once he got traded, I think Luka had a monster night when they traded Porzingis. He was happy as hell. So it is what it is.
If Luka was 30 pounds lighter, Porzingis probably would have swung on.
You say he would have what?
I said if Luka was 30 pounds lighter, Porzingis probably would have swung on him.
Oh,
the way
damn.
he was being treated.
Yeah, they wasn't the best of friends. That's kind of crazy how the relationship turned sour. Because it seemed like they was best buddies when they got together. It's like I said, some of that was on
Because when
both
you look at
parties.
Porzingis, you're like, oh, unicorn, oh, okay. But Porzingis done got hurt. His body's fragile. He's like,
Yeah,
man,
that's
I'm
what
not
that's
doing
why I
all this
said that
stuff.
some of it was on Porzingis because he was always hurt. He couldn't stay healthy. But I mean, the times that he was there, I mean, especially in the beginning, Porzingis was still good for 20 and 10. And they
Yeah, they
didn't
were
let
trying to put
Porzingis
Porzingis
play
down
his
in that
game
paint, and
either.
Porzingis wasn't going for it. He's like, bull, I ain't going down there. My game is too sophisticated to be relegated to a short circumference
Right.
or a small circumference, not short, a small circumference. That's how Luka's looking. That's how KP was looking at it. Just like how Bull look at it right now, and that's what got Malone sick and tired of Bull. You know what I'm saying? Malone, like, we already got people to do what you're trying to do. What we don't got is somebody that can co-work with Jokic down in the paint. Make it a little easier for him. You know what I'm saying? So he can last in the fourth quarter and still be a dominant and efficient player. Bull was like, man, I want to dribble through my legs. I want to shoot 3-pointers. You know what I mean? I want to be something different. So it didn't sit well. And that's why, he's been a journeyman ever since.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, we'll have to see how the situation plays out. How the Dallas Mavericks story ends. Milwaukee, they clearly look like they on their way to the conference finals and better. Is there anybody in the East that could challenge the Bucks?
Well, it's too early to tell as far as that. I mean, the Bucks have lost some questionable games, and they can get that back. So we have to see basically how the second half rounds out. People got to be injury free, man. 'Cause we see what happened with
You
the
got
Bulls.
Boston.
They look like they were thorough.
Who?
and all of a sudden people get hurt, and then they never really recovered from that.
Yeah, what's going on with the
It was,
what's going on with Middleton?
I don't know, man. That wrist, maybe he might have ripped something in that wrist
Yeah.
because he's been out a long time.
Yeah, Middleton, that's a big piece. Ain't they gonna need him in the playoffs? They could probably cruise through right now. In the playoffs, he's gonna be needed.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to get to the point where Middleton, when he comes back, he don't have to press.
Yeah, they probably don't need him to the second round. But let's see what happens. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, that's very interesting what's going on with Middleton.
It says I don't see Celtics challenging the Bucks. That's what Rap Guy Reloaded said. That's gonna be a showdown.
Especially if they get Time Lord back.
Yeah.
Then the Celtics is a whole different
Ain't nobody
dynamic.
gonna go out easy.
Ah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if everybody last year, I don't think they was healthy. Didn't they beat Milwaukee last year?
I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot.
They don't
I
really know
know that
what them teams
Milwaukee
be
wasn't
doing.
healthy. But if they got everybody back, that shit going 7. They're just gonna keep trading punches.
But the Lakers did what they supposed to do. They went 5-1 in a 6-game stretch, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so you think the Lakers they got their situated? They getting their shit situated.
Well, they have a formula to win.
Let me see what
It's
the
just
Lakers.
that can everybody stay in their lane?
They 13.
Let this thing play out the way it's supposed to play out. If you want to ring, or
Listen, they got a pathway to that. Listen, they're not too far away from the thick of things. They because you got teams struggling. Minnesota acting like they don't know what they want to do.
I know what the hell happened there, right?
Yeah. I still don't believe in Utah. Sacramento is still, you need to keep your eyes out on them. Like these teams could bottom out. You know, they sitting there. They got off to a hot start. I told you Utah is a joke. I think that they going for Wembanyama. You know, so I think they just went out and showed a little bit, but they're gonna end up trading some people. They're gonna get Clarks and a couple of dudes up out of there. You're gonna see them tanking for real soon. You know, and I think the Lakers could swoop in there because they only 7-11. You know, you got teams with 10 losses. Like Utah's 12-10. So y'all got to get some more wins. That's our problem. Y'all was just getting beat down. Let's see
So you said the Lakers are 4 games under 500.
But yeah, and y'all got the Pacers tomorrow, which ain't gonna be easy.
So they can definitely go on a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, they got to beat Indiana first.
But then again, they can
Indiana
definitely go
ain't
on a
gonna be
4-game
easy.
streak.
Indiana just lost. So, well, y'all gonna catch them on the back-to-back too. So let's see if y'all can capitalize on this. It's still a young team too, so Turner gonna beat. I think Turner wanted that trade. You don't know about no revenge games. That's the last thing y'all need to end up being in somebody's revenge game.
I don't think Turner's mad at the Lakers. You don't have no reason to be mad at the Lakers. The Lakers didn't reject him in that fashion.
Yeah, well, he probably want to show like that shit. I should have fought harder for the move. I don't know. I'm just hypothesizing.
Yeah, but they wanted something more than what probably Turner was worth because ain't nobody gave Indiana nothing.
Yeah, they tried to get 2 first-round picks off y'all.
Yeah. Like, man,
Y'all would have got
Hill
Hill too. Hill would have been good. I mean, it's not like y'all was getting Halliburton. The only way y'all give up 2 picks, you're gonna get Halliburton.
Now, if Halliburton came to the Lakers, which I doubt it,
you trade the 2 picks.
Yeah, that's game over.
Yeah, I mean, that dude is nice. Halliburton is just he just.
But he know how to play basketball.
Yeah, he's not exciting, but he's good. He's like a perfect Spurs guard.
Yeah, he know how to play basketball. That's the thing about him.
Yeah, he passed it too. He good with he good moving the ball.
That's what I like about Halliburton. Even though he didn't give me that interview, sucker. Even though he promised, but it's all good.
It's all good. Shut up, rap
Now, you
down.
was talking about Zubac earlier. What the hell did Zubac do to put his name in
He
your
got
mouth?
29. He has 29 and 30 something. Yeah, he balled out. He had one of them nights. Yeah, he had one of them nights. You heard?
Yeah, like I said, that happened few and far in between. So it's nice that he did it, but
He's
yeah, he can't
definitely
expect much.
inconsistent.
Huh?
He's definitely an inconsistent player. If he could put up numbers like
Well,
that.
I'm not gonna say inconsistent, but I can say this. I can say he's more like what you call
He had a
not
night.
a
He had
player
a
that
good
needs to
night.
do that. You know
He
what I'm
had a
saying?
night.
Yeah, he's not a player that you call on and expect that type of performance.
No, you're right. I was surprised when I seen them numbers. That was wild. There was no Kawhi either. Kawhi was absent as usual. So they got to figure out what's up with him.
And
They
who else
should.
is absent?
Yeah, they changed it again with this shit. With this Kawhi Leonard shit, they changing the game. As many games as Kawhi Leonard missed,
Uh-huh.
this ain't never been done before. What's going on with Kawhi? That shit is being accepted. It's because he a champion. If he wasn't a champion, this shit wouldn't fly. That's why
Right,
nobody jumping on Kawhi Leonard.
right.
If he was a champion, if he wasn't a champion, this dude would be getting
Oh, they be killing
annihilated.
him.
Well, not annihilate him, but it's hard because he's a champion. I was like, that is true. He gonna have to try. He gonna have to do it one more time to remind people. I don't think he care about being in the ring because he ain't gonna be up there with LeBron or even Durant. This dude. I don't think he cares about that. That's the problem. He don't care
Why you think?
about
Because of his
where he
numbers?
ranks.
Why you think? Because he's a two-time MVP just like Durant,
Yeah, you're right.
and he's a two-time champion just like Durant.
You're right. Good point. But Durant was just more available. Even though Durant had his injury too, but it wasn't like this. Durant even tore his motherfucking Achilles. You know what I mean? He ain't missing games like that. Man.
Did you shout out Basil for that $10 super chat?
Yeah. He sent that earlier in the show. We definitely saluted that. Definitely appreciate that. Appreciate everybody's support. Yesterday we had a hell of a show yesterday. That was wild.
Where was
Big
I at?
ball of Brian. I mean, for the big ball of Brian warehouse.
Oh, you talking about yesterday on the stream? Oh, you talking about early, the early stream?
And I was talking about yesterday's stream.
Oh, you don't have a later stream? You only had that one?
I was talking about the stream with the triple
I think you had a
B's.
later stream.
Nah, not a Lakers stream. Say it one more time.
Okay, got you. Yeah, Flight. Listen, we had a beautiful conversation. Before the cameras got the rolling. He was just showing me so much shit, and I was just like, dude, man, you know the laurels of your sons and trying to piggyback off their success. This man out here working. He got some overseas shit that's cracking for real
The
in
LeVar,
different
that
countries.
grinding.
So
That's wild. LeVar out there grinding like he ain't got nothing.
that these guys are spewing, especially trying to take the narrative on his ass and waiting on his son to make the All-Star or something. No, that's further from the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, that was wild at the pop-up
And
shop.
he was showing me so much stuff, I didn't even get a chance to ask him about none of the kids. Oh, excuse me, young men. Not kids, but it's young men. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you ain't got enough time to ask him about what?
And he thought I was you flight. That was so funny.
Yeah, it was. That shit was funny.
Yeah, but flight was lost weight, right?
Yeah, I seen that.
Because he used to see me chubby.
Huh? Say it one more time. What's good, Uncle Vine?
Hey, what's good with your flight? What's happening? What y'all up to? Hey, what the Packers do? They win?
The Packers, nah.
Oh, they lost?
They coming back, though.
Oh, okay. Oh, they ain't over
It's
with.
30-37.
Oh, okay. I see. I thought it was over with. My bad.
Hey, you a Packers fan?
Well, you know, I'm out here in Wisconsin, so I try to be a Brett
Yeah.
Favre. I try to be an Aaron Rodgers fan, but Aaron Rodgers getting old. Flight, it's time to retire his number.
You like Rodgers right here, proud man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Who better, him or Mahomes?
Aaron Rodgers is. I would say Mahomes is because he's more. I would say Mahomes right now because he's more active right now as far as running and stuff like that. You know?
Oh, just, but I'm talking about as a whole.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is better than him all time.
Yeah, he can't win no games by himself though. Like, he hard to do that. You know? But yeah, Aaron Rodgers. I think he's better than Mahomes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I liked that interview today. Flight boy, I was glad to catch up with y'all on that interview today, man. Yeah, I was like that.
Say it one more time.
You talking about yesterday, Uncle Vern?
I said I was glad. Yeah, what's up, Dex? I said I was telling the flight I was glad to catch up with him today on that interview we did with LeVar Ball.
Yeah, we didn't really do an interview, but it was good to have a conversation.
Right.
Well, we didn't ask any crazy questions.
Right.
We'll get to all of that.
Right. That was nice.
But Uncle Vern, that was iconic. You know why? Because he was actually on the panel live.
Yeah, I know it.
That's iconic. He felt so comfortable, especially talking to you, Uncle Vern, that he forgot all about what he was at the pop-ups. I mean, at the tent sale, where everybody else was busy doing stuff. LeVar was on there talking, playing dominoes with Uncle Vern. He said, "Listen, Uncle Vern, this is how iconic you are, and that's and influential." He said he used one of your terms when he playing dominoes with his boys and his friends.
Yo, yeah.
He said, "I got that from Uncle Vern."
Yeah.
I said, "What, big baller? You over here plagiarizing?"
Yeah.
I found out so funny that he said that.
Hey, but Dex, if I get a chance to get at him, you know I can kill him with them dominoes, man. I'm gonna tell you, Dex, what I do.
But see, that's the thing. See, you don't listen. We play dominoes for bread and meat. If we don't win, we don't eat.
Hey, boy, you know it. I ain't good at chess, Dex. But I'm telling you, I can run the score for you with some dominoes.
I'm telling you, I used to be a domino phenom.
Yeah.
I already knew what you're going to play before you're going to play it. The way that you putting the dots together. It was only one person I knew that I could never beat. And it was this guy out of Texas, right? He was from Sherman. He was from, I think, Sherman, Texas.
Yeah.
And he was one of the goofiest dude ever out here. But when it come to playing dominoes, this dude, mine was like Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
It was just no way around beating this dude. And he was just getting money playing dominoes until I figure out I ain't gonna beat this dude. I ain't gonna give him no more of my money.
Hey, Jay, you heard what I told LeVar. I said, look here, I mastered that game in Texas. I learned how to play it in Texas. And then when I went to Chicago, the only one that was playing in Chicago was the one that was in the penitentiaries. So
Okay. So you learned how to play in Texas?
I learned how to play in Texas. That's why I mastered it in Texas.
Oh well, maybe I need to back my statement up then, because like I said, that dude was so good in dominoes. It looked like he was reading seeing right through him, like if he was Christopher Reeves playing Superman.
Yeah. I played with people in California and all that stuff, in Chicago and all that. Man, but Texas got the best domino players out there, man.
I listen. I might can't dispute that, but I just know that one dude that was from Sherman, Texas. I don't know. You know where Sherman, Texas is?
Yeah, no, I heard of it.
This guy, I mean, that's way out in the boondocks, and this guy was just crazy with them dominoes, man. He laughing and talking trash all along, and he's gonna tell you what you're gonna do, and then if you try to not do it and counter it, you end up playing yourself.
Yeah,
that's how good he was.
Oh yeah. Hey, just like I said before, man, I tell you all the time, I appreciate you, Dex. So I'm gonna tell you something, man. I might not always like everything the way you give it to me, Dex, but I still appreciate you anyway. I just got to sit back and soak it up and just take it as a man, or take it on the chin. But yeah, Dex, I love you, young man. I appreciate you, man. I'm telling you, boy, I believe in you, man. I believe in you, B.
I'm glad that you had the opportunity to speak with him, and y'all was just chopping it up like y'all was just chopping it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he didn't have any self-defense mechanism up. Like I said, before we even started recording, we were just chiming it up and talking and, bringing up some old memories and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? We were trying to, network with various individuals and what he got going on. And I understand that nature. See, I'm not sitting up here trying to run around and chase his boys, because I'm a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we talking grown man stuff.
Right.
And so when we out here trying to elevate ourselves and bring some type of connection, having some of the listen, let me tell you this real quick. LeVar has a warehouse. Listen to what I'm telling you. He has a warehouse of goods, right?
Yeah.
He's offloading it, right?
Yeah.
A lot of stuff we see, I mean, very few stuff we've seen. We've seen some, but a lot of stuff we haven't seen that's in that warehouse. That is provisional, because the winter times is coming.
Right.
And he got hats, he got beanies, he got hoodies, he got the stuff ready.
Right.
So I'm in a position where my family member owns a store. So when I'm speaking with Joe, I'm speaking with Joe on a point where, let me get some merch and I'm going to put it in our family store.
Yeah.
But I'm going to buy the merch.
Right.
But he's giving it to me at such a good price that there's no way we can't make something and we bring it to where we at and give people access to it right then and there. When somebody come in and say, oh man, shit, Dex, you got any shirts? You got any shirts? Yeah, man, what size? I got large, extra large. Boom, I give them that shirt. You got some sweats? Boom, I give them the sweat. Now we got other material in there, but we don't have material from other black merchants.
Right.
And by Big Baller Brand being a distribution center,
right,
because the warehouse is so big and it's full, it's stocked up. If you have stores, barbershops, or whatever, you can probably work something out where you can, instead of buying a shirt for $25, you might can buy a t-shirt for $17 and then sell it for $25 in your shop.
Right.
That's the $8 profit margin.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
And he got some female gear that's coming out. I'm definitely gotta get at my people and say, you need to put this female gear in your shop, because most of the people that come here is females. And when they see that and how it's fitting and how it's made, oh my God, they're gonna get it.
Okay.
And that's what I'm talking about. You ain't gotta go with your hand out. You ain't gotta go with your hat in your hand with ash and sackcloth. You can come as a business partner.
Right.
If you have a salon, you have a barbershop, if you have a store or, anything that some type of business where you can do that and it won't interfere with your clients, if you have a massage parlor or whatever, you can put some of that gear in there. It might not be all of the stuff that you like, but whatever you like the slides, them slides is off the chain. The slides is little stuff that people buy right then and there. And you can make a little something, something.
Right.
But a lot of times we do not want to network on that level. It's like if we network on that level, we're going to upset some people.
Right.
And the people that we upset don't give a damn if we do it or not.
Yeah, there's a lot of that there too, and there's a lot of people don't understand the business aspect of it. So when they don't understand it, it's hard for them to indulge or even think about it. You can have the concept of even understanding of how to do things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you just broke it down. You said, you get the material. You get the material at a certain price, and then you can turn around and
they turn around and sell it. And listen, clothes do not deteriorate unless you got moths or something. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
The clothes can be. You can buy some sweats, put it into your store, right? You go get the what's those sweats called, the Shakas, or you can get the Pro Fives or whatever, and put it in your store. And you bought the sweats in March 2022. Those sweats can stay in that store all until 5-6 years because those type of sweats don't go out of style. Sweats don't go out of style.
Right.
All they do is put a name on it.
Right.
Sweatsuits don't go out of style. How long they been wearing sweatsuits? How long they been wearing jogging sweats?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That don't go out of style. How long they been wearing socks, underwears, t-shirts? That don't go out of style. Hoodies. When is the last time you see a hoodie go out of style? People say, I ain't wearing hoodies no more.
They ain't going out of style.
Because it's befitting the season.
Right.
And that's the type of connection that I want to make. I ain't looking for all that other Hollywood shit. I'm like, dude, how can I feed my family forever, my man? Because I appreciate your movement. You follow what I'm saying? And I have a situation where we can network something.
Right.
And I keep coming. You heard him what he said? I put that stuff in my niece store.
Yeah.
I kept some for myself, put it in my niece store, and then he gifted me with actually 3 items. Joe gifted me with 1 item, and the big baller gifted me personally with 2 items. And man, do you know how that jacket feels? It feels like I'm wearing Tom Ford. I don't know where these guys getting this crap from.
Man, I like that jacket, man. I'm telling you, got to get them shit to go with it, Dex.
It got the double zipper. The material is strong. The zippers are crazy. And I'm like, this thing got a double zipper? I'm like, it's like I'm wearing Tom Brown fashion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even think Prada put double zipper on their stuff. I know Gucci have. Because when you double zipper something, that's extra money. That's extra security on your clothes.
Yeah.
They don't want you to have that shit forever. They want it to tear up so you go buy some more.
Right. That's high price stuff. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that jacket felt so good and so smooth. As soon as I got to the crib, man, I put it up because I didn't want to keep wearing it and spill something on it or something. You know what I mean? I would be mad. So I was like, man, this is a nice jacket. It feels so comfortable. Like I said, it feels like Tom Ford and Tom Brown on me, on my skin.
All right.
It don't feel like no heel figure. It don't even feel like polo. It's an upgrade from that, to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. And like I said, he didn't have to do that at all because I didn't come there asking for nothing.
Right.
I came there to support and patronize.
No, he had commented about the $100 falling out of your pocket. Boy, I'm telling you, Dex.
Yeah.
Dex. Hey, with Dex, I said it before and I said it again. When I grow up, I want to be like you.
Well, I appreciate you stroking me with that wide brush of beautiful colors and array of compliment. I appreciate that. But Vern, shit, you where you at? You where you need to be.
Oh yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. I gotta get there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that. A lot of people tell me, "What's up, bro?" Yeah, I said, "Man, I got it." I said, "No, man, I gotta get it, man. No, I ain't got it. Man. I gotta get it, Dex. I gotta get it, man. I'm on my way, man. I'm a little step away, I'm a little behind everybody else. You know, I didn't catch up with everybody else. You understand
But
me?
but all I'm saying is this, Vern. When
Yeah.
you have a person of that stature and of that celebrity, you heard him say, "Oh, I don't know if he told you guys that they were trying to get him on ABC or some stuff like that." And his people was telling him, "Yeah, they want to throw you a little something, put you on ABC or one of them networks or whatever," and he refused.
Okay.
See, and the reason why basically he refused because he know those people trying to just make everything a sideshow. They're
Right.
not really into him. They just want the attention. They want him to say something crazy so they can take it, hopefully spin it in a way where they can continue to make money off of it. Because once they put it on TV, other people are going to grab it, and commercials is coming, so they getting money off of him when they not really in sync into his movement.
Right. Exactly. I understand. Yeah, I understand. It's planned to a certain extent. They plan it. Just plan
Right,
it. Plan
right. And so that's why he said, "Man, I'm with y'all, man. I ain't worried about them right there. I ain't worried about they stinking money."
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's more of integrity and respect.
Yeah.
And they're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he see that we on the forefront of integrity and respect, not in a way where we are sycophants. That's the best word I can use. Sycophants. Not with on the front line of being sycophants. We just want to protect a movement within sports because that's what we advocate here on Flight Sports TV. We advocate sports, right? Mainly basketball, mainly the Ball brothers, and mainly Lonzo because that's Flight's favorite player, Lonzo Ball. And so he started basically a podcast based on his like for Lonzo Ball, and look what it grew to.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
Yeah.
This young man in our midst, Flight, originally from New York. His abode, his
From
current
Long Island.
abode is in the South.
Yeah.
And he's bringing us all together under a unison of sports.
Right.
And all these content creators come up here, some for good reasons and some for malicious, whatever it is, but they still come. We ain't tripping. And Flight is at the center of this. And he's a young man. So his effort should be applauded for bringing in youth and bringing in older heads. Because if you can remember, you had the SMGs, you had the superstar Dave James, you had the Jujus of the world. You understand this? That is youth. You had Ray. Remember, Ray was young.
Yeah.
That's youth.
Oh,
And they're corresponding and correlating to people of our age
right.
based on sports.
Yep. Just like
They,
with Marquez.
well, Marquez came around a little later.
Yeah, I understand, but I'm talking
Yeah, he
about.
came around a little later. Yeah.
Yeah,
We talking about those are grassroots, the youngsters that was part of the grassroots, the Dantes. You know what I'm saying? Those are the grassroots of Flight Sports TV,
I understand.
and that's what made it so unique. And like I said, Vern, I heard your voice. Same way LeVar is fond of your voice. I heard your voice, and you getting at people that's in the chat on the panel. And I was like, oh shit, this what Uncle Vern is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I went over there with DJ. You ain't seen me in a minute.
Right, I ain't seen you in a while. You know what I'm saying? I was like, where's the theme song? You know, DJ had that theme song for you.
No, I already know.
I was like, where's the theme song? I ain't seen Uncle Vern in a minute. I thought you was sick or something.
No. You want to what I'm glad you asked that. You know what it was? My spirit was being hurted because I was seemed like I was fighting against them about that Lonzo thing. It seemed like I was always going up against their heads about Lonzo. You understand? Because it was like
Right.
direction with Lonzo did as far as anything else. You understand me? So
Right.
when I had seen Flights, because DJ had mentioned Flight, and then I had went over to Flight Star's channel over there, and I seen how Flight was talking about Lonzo, like he liked Lonzo, like that. DJ got question marks about Lonzo. DJ always did that question marks about Lonzo. His whole show was based like that, going that sound of way. They was riding with Melo all the way, Melo.
Well, Melo wasn't in the league yet, remember?
Yeah, but Melo was coming in up on that.
Yeah, he was coming in. Yeah, he was coming in.
Wasn't gonna be no doubt that he was gonna be that one. It wasn't. I'm gonna tell you, some people it's just like I said about Kid Austin. It ain't like you could be blind and know these people gonna be great. You can see the greatness in them. If the only way you don't see the greatness in these people is that you hate on them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
See, that's the only way.
I agree with that.
It's like if you was a talent scout, you say, "Dad, these motherfuckers, sign them up." Because everybody ain't like especially at that early age. So you see that greatness, you recognize that's just recognize greatness. It was good. I'm telling you, I haven't played this, and Dex, you did already know it already. See, you didn't mention it just a little while ago, but you know it already. We ride with greatness over here, man. It wasn't an accident that the real Freeway Ricky Ross, you know what I'm saying, knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. He told us about this young dude that, man, y'all got to check this dude out, because this dude going to be the thing. And then we checked that dude out, and he turned out to be what, Dex?
Yep.
He turned out to be
that guy.
Hey, boy, I'm telling you, man, real recognize real over here, man. We don't follow up behind too many Jacks. We follow up behind the Ball family. We follow up behind the greatness, man. So that's what we try to focus on, the greatness. At least that's what I do. And I focus on, like Lonzo, great, B. Flight star, he saw it himself. Everybody don't see the greatness in Lonzo. Yeah. But they try to play it like
and that's the wonderful thing.
They don't see the greatness in LeVar also, and they don't see the greatness in his family. How his family sticks with them all the way too. On both sides. That's great.
Yep.
That's great, Jack.
Exactly.
But hey, I'm telling you, I recognize that's all it is, Dex. Game recognized game, Dex. I recognize your game too, boy. I'm telling you, Dex, you great. Boy, I'm telling you, great too. Hey, yeah, I noticed that you lost a little weight or something, but it's because of your eating habits?
Oh, my weight loss?
Yeah.
Well,
just spoke a little while ago.
Yeah, what happened with me was I had caught chronic fatigue. Okay. And then I went and got checked because I didn't know what the hell was going on. They didn't know what was going on. But I just didn't have no energy for some reason. So finally, I don't know what happened. I was drinking kombucha, those drinks.
Okay.
And so it's kind of bringing me back a little bit, as well as cleaning me out.
Yeah.
And then when I went to go get my physical, they found glucose in my urine.
Okay.
So that was a serious thing.
Yeah.
So then that had to alter my my diet. I had to lose weight because that brings on diabetes or kidney failure and things of that nature. That's like the initial stage. So I had to realign myself and then get into what they considered I went on a rapid fast, and that was kind of dangerous because while I was weighing as much I was weighing, and then all of a sudden I'm losing. Not only am I losing, I'm losing so fast that even my my nutrients that's in my body was coming out just as fast.
Oh, okay.
You follow what I'm saying? So then they said, "Oh, whoa, hold up, Mr. Crockett. Now you're going to have to gain some weight." I'm like, "Oh man, make up your mind." You know what I'm saying? He said, "Well, at least be in the realms of 150 to 165." Right. And I'm like 148.
Okay.
So, but I've been on what you call a weight gain with the insurers and things of that nature.
Right.
And that stuff is so expensive, man.
I like
those damn muscle proteins are so expensive.
Yeah, I get that for free. I get it through my
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wish I could buy them from you then, because when I go to the store to buy them, like CVS or even Walmart,
yeah.
man, those boxes are like $50, man.
The what's the name? People they deliver them to me too. They give them to me by the cases. I used to get a chocolate one, and then I get a what's the name of the banana one too.
Vanilla,
Yeah,
vanilla and strawberry. Yeah.
yeah. So then
And so yeah, ice cream. Yeah, exactly, Zen. Yeah, that's what they recommend, ice cream.
Yeah, Dex.
So you know me.
I didn't know you were going through all of that.
Yeah. So
But I mean, yeah, that was crazy.
oh, go ahead, Flight. I'm sorry.
No, I said I didn't know you were going through all of that.
Yeah, that's why I was telling you that like when we be talking, I be telling you what I be eating and stuff, and I was like, shit, because you a big boy. You know, I was never as big as you, but you still young. I mean, you still have a metabolism, but you just got to be careful. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of my friends were just dropping off like flies.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They were just dropping like flies. So I was like, man, this thing is for real. You know what I mean? So yeah, basically that was it. And
So is everything good now?
well, it's better. I won't say good. It's better because I still don't have the strength in my voice all the way. So that got to come back. You know what I'm saying? My legs
Oh,
have to come
you
back.
said yeah, right. So you said what was the problem that the doctor told you?
Oh, that I had glucose in my urine.
yeah. That's the sugar. That's
Oh,
sugar.
Yeah,
right.
and
Yeah,
and at my age, you can't play with that.
yeah. That's diabetes.
So you gotta. I had to lose that weight because with that and weight, you asking for a stroke or cardiac arrest, and it can happen at any time.
Yeah,
You know, it can happen anytime. I can be driving my car, walking my dog, and boom. You know what I'm saying? So I know I had to take it serious because I already have people that I know that has gone through that. Some even have some amputations.
yeah,
So yeah, weight training is exactly the mind. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what me and my niece. So she put me on this little 24-hour fitness thing. So yeah, so I'll be doing that. You know, I lift weights on my own anyway because I was always lifting weights. So I just had to get the energy to at least do a couple of sets, and then now I can I can do like I can do over 100 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? But at once I couldn't even do a push-up. And I was so surprised, like, because I was athletic. I could do push-ups, sit-ups, squats, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting up here trying to do a push-up, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on? I couldn't even do a push-up. But now, shit, I can do my push-ups, and I'm lifting my weights and walking. I walk around the Rose Bowl. That's a 3-mile walk. I don't know if you ever heard of the Rose Bowl.
yeah,
And so, I drink those juice. Yeah, thank you, Rap God. I drink those organic juices. I look for the no sugars, though. No sugar. No sugar in the juice. I get my sugar through fruits. Not too much, but I get it through apples, oranges. I was doing the pineapple, but shit, that pineapple was tearing my ass up. Coconut water, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. And it brought me back. I'm telling you, because listen. At one time, I said, "Man, this can't be it." You feel me? I honestly thought to myself, "This can't be it," because I couldn't get no energy. I couldn't get out the bed. I couldn't even talk. That's how important it is to even be healthy. I couldn't even talk. I'd be like, like, what the fuck are you saying? You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
And water tension was a problem. As soon as I drink some water, that shit come right out. But the good thing is it killed a lot of free radicals. It flushed those free radicals out in my body that was hanging around after the weight came off. So it was like those free radicals like figured out what to do. They couldn't hide in the fat because there was no more fat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pushing the free radicals out. I'm pushing some nutrients out, but it was okay. And now, when I go out and about, people they look at me and be like, "Damn, Dex, you sure lost some weight." He said, "But damn, your face look like you're 12 years younger."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because my face thinned out a little bit, and my natural frame is what I have now. Like when I was in high school, I was like 135 pounds, right? I was about 5'6", 135 pounds. Once I graduated high school and started roaming the streets, I got 5'8", 205 pounds.
Yeah.
And I carried that for a long, 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 long time. And didn't even think about it because it broadened me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It broadened me out. It made me look like I was damn near close to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
But it was just a lot of water, less nutrients, and it wasn't really muscle. It was just water up in the muscle that was spreading it and making it look swell. You know, like you put water in bread or yeast.
Yeah.
It wasn't real muscle. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, so when the weight loss came, all that went. And now I have to rebuild my real muscle to in order for me, to flourish health wise. And yes, I drink a lot of juice. I drink juice that I thought was nasty. Like V8 and all that type of stuff. I mean, the zero sugar, the organic V8, not the other stuff and stuff like that. And a cold press, ginger root and beet juice and all that stuff. When I used to travel well, not when I used to. When I travel the world, I always drink those exotic drinks because I'm in foreign countries. But
Yeah.
when I come home, I don't do it. Now I do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, Dex, I do too, but I usually put vodka in my juices and my juice drinks.
Oh yeah, see, I don't drink the alcohol.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you don't, Dex.
Yeah, I don't drink the alcohol.
Yeah.
I fake like when I have a drink, it's a fake alcohol drink. It got everything that looks like an alcohol drink, but no alcohol. It's a version.
Yeah, my girlfriend says all the time, say, you don't drink a lot of water, do you? No, because I drink a lot of juices.
Now I drink nothing but water. Like I said, I done bought box of waters from Big Baller Brain
Well, yeah.
because it's alkaline. He got that alkaline water. I said, "Psh, that's all I need to get. I don't have to buy it from these other people. I can just order through you. You know what I mean? Alkaline is alkaline. You feel me?
Yeah. Can you get his bottles of water at the stores out there in
No,
California?
not yet. He said they're coming. They're coming. They're coming to the stores. And see, remember he was getting the water out of Lithuania. Now this water is coming out of Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
It's closer, United States.
Oh, okay. I like
So
that. Okay, I see.
yeah. But the main thing is alkaline. And I'm telling Big Baller, I said, Big Baller, wait a minute, man. You got alkaline water and you not promoting like that? I'm like, are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's the same, just spring water, you
Right.
know? But now there's alkaline. Come on, man. I ain't got to buy all that alkaline water at the grocery store. I'll just hit them up, go online, boom, send it to the crib. I'm only 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
So that's even better. So if you and alkaline water is the best water to drink right now, unless you got some of that $4,000 equipment that produce, that type of water, but it's still alkaline. But you got it at your crib. There's people out here that got $4,000 hydro ducts and stuff in the crib, filtering the water and making it alkaline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The water's so good you would never have to use lotion. They run it through their whole house, showering and everything.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm not finna do all that. Not, at least not now. So I'll just get the alkaline water and drink my cold press, take my supplements. I always took supplements though, but now I'm taking a variety of supplements. Now I'm adding the garlic, the ginger. I mean, not the ginger. I was always doing the ginger. The cinnamon. You know what I'm saying? And things the omega-3s and stuff like that. Stuff never thought I needed. You know what I mean? But now I'm adding those supplements into a lot of my food source.
Yeah. It'd be wild to do so.
Yeah, just like the basketball players, just like these NBA players, like Giannis and all that. Them dudes on supplements, man.
Yeah.
They ain't just drinking water or Gatorade and running up and down the court. No, they on supplements.
Right. It's the supplements that help you control your weight too. That way you don't have to take a lot of.
Control your weight, energize your muscle,
Right.
rehab while you on the go. You don't have to go sit in no sauna to rehab. They rehabbing, their muscles are rehabbing while they're playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm on that. I mean, it's expensive though, Vern. I ain't gonna lie. So I see what people talking about how LeBron James spent $1 million on his body and things of that nature. That stuff is expensive to stay afloat.
Uh-huh.
You feel me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Already done. Already done. Well, you
And
right.
let me tell you one of my cheap things. Now I go to Jamba Juice. I go to Creations. I don't know if y'all familiar with that. I go to Creations. I go to a lot of the Whole Food, Trader Joe's, a lot of these places that do cold press there in your face, right?
Right.
And I don't know what it is about McDonald's. McDonald's makes some of the best smoothies I ever tasted, man.
Oh, the chocolate ones, man.
No, they got strawberry and banana, and they got pineapple mango. But it's on the line with Jamba Juice. Look, when you go to Jamba Juice, you could pay damn near like $9-10 for a smoothie.
Yeah.
And you go to McDonald's, even though they only have 2 flavors, but that smoothie is on the same level of a Jamba Juice or Creation or Whole Food or Trader Joe's. I mean, that McDonald's smoothie, listen, I drink that thing all day. I was like, they're doing something with these smoothies like they did with them damn fries.
Right. What are smoothies? This what's that ice? Ice is like crushed ice.
Yeah, like crushed ice and fruits. You
All right.
know, some use vegan dairy, and then some just use low fat dairy.
Oh,
But
okay.
that smoothie is so delicious. I was like, what are they putting in these smoothies that keep me running through the drive-through?
Oh, okay.
Exactly, Testy. That Mac smoothie is out of control. And then it's still hot out here, so it might be colder where you at. So you probably won't be thinking about drinking a smoothie. You think about hot chocolate tea or coffee.
Yeah.
But out here, it's still warm. You know what I mean? We still getting 70 something degree weather.
Right.
So that smoothie just hit the spot. Get a little heated. You go get that smoothie from McDonald's. And I used to drive all the way over to Jamba Juice and Creations and all that stuff. Now I don't have to since I found they had a smoothie. And I found that the smoothie on a humbug because I went through the drive through to get the damn crack fries. So I went to just order medium fries. That's it. Order medium fries, no salt. So I went to go get them crack fries. They got crack grease on them fries. So we can't front on that.
Okay.
And I said, smoothies. So I said, okay, I'll just go get a smoothie. So I got a small. Because it's McDonald's. I don't really trust their food like that.
Okay.
Small. So I got a small smoothie and some crack fries, no salt. And my God, I was drinking on that smoothie. My fries got cold. I wasn't even thinking about them fries.
Huh?
I was like, what the hell they put in this smoothie, Uncle Vern? Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Because I kept going back. Every time I saw McDonald's, when I was out of my smoothie, I'll go pull. Listen, since Thanksgiving, I done drunk about 8 smoothies.
Yeah.
Since Thanksgiving. Since Friday. You know what I'm saying? So I know what them basketball players, Anthony Edwards, when they be talking about their diet, man. Sometimes you just can't help it, man, because this food is loaded with that which is addictive.
Yeah, the syrup, that syrup too, that's sugar. That's sugar. Yeah, the flavor of the syrup, the flavor. Yeah, well, you have to be careful. You have to be very careful.
Bagel said, I eat food. It's probably going to kill me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I'm talking about. Tell me about it. McDonald's make fake food. So I'm trying to figure out why the hell I keep running up into this place asking for a smoothie.
Yeah. Yeah, but I lost a lot of weight like that fast too, Dex. But I feel better with my weight loss. I lost like about almost 50 some odd pounds in less than a little bit over a year.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good because we don't need that weight. I mean, if it's not hitting your BMI
yeah,
like my weight was, it was my BMI was totally off. Now my BMI is more aligned.
right,
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, that and I feel better. I'm telling you, it's like when people say, "Damn, you lost that weight. You sick? You sick?" And I was like, "Dude, do you know how good I feel?" I said, "Yeah, look, getting up in the morning is a little rough sometimes because the energy got to build up in your body. But once my energy built up in my body, I feel like I'm floating."
right.
And my brother-in-law said, "Damn, Dex, you got a mean ass walk right now, man." He said, "You just floating." That shit was so funny. Everybody was just laughing
So not
because
even
I feel so light.
yeah, because not even 3 years ago, I was at the ball weight 260 some pounds, 265 pounds. That was my max weight. And that was about 3 years ago. But then from that time until this time, I lost that weight because I stopped with my eating. I started eating certain different things because I had my teeth pulled actually. So when I had those pulled, I stopped eating certain things. Certain things wasn't comfortable with me eating. So I had to leave those things alone, which changed my diet. So I lost it. It dramatically just because it's like every 3 months I go back to the doctor and say, "You losing weight? Yeah, you losing weight. You losing weight." Now they already know the reason why because I did that. Went through that situation with
Right.
my mouth. So I
Now,
lost.
Basil, do you drink they smoothies? I mean, are you almost addicted like I am? So I got to do something to come off they smoothies, man, because I know something ain't right.
Yeah,
Because like I said, I done been to. He said we got three same. So how? Oh, he's talking something different. Yeah, because I knew someone right because it shouldn't taste that damn. Well, I had to damn near make a U-turn as soon as I finish one. Because like I said, I go to Jamba Juice, I go to Creations, I go to Whole Food, I go to Trader Joe's, and they have same type, fresh press smoothies, and right there, you see the fruit right in front of you, and you pick out your fruit, and they will customize your smoothie for you according to your taste buds, and they don't taste as good as McDonald's. And you looking at the fruit right there while they putting it in the smoothie right in front of your face. McDonald's got their smoothie in some type of corner. They go make shit, and all of a sudden it gets back. It looked like they don't, went through a damn vortex or something. Coming back with that smoothie, you know what I'm saying? Like this smoothie must be from another world or something.
yeah.
But Vern, you watch any basketball?
No, I ain't been watching basketball. I've been reading most of the day, not watching basketball. Yeah. No, I ain't watched no games today. I was wondering who won that Packers, who was winning that Packers game. I knew they was playing tonight. I didn't know who was winning though.
You
Yeah.
watching? You watch no football, no sports, basically, huh?
Not today, no. No, not today. No, no whatsoever today. Cleaned it up and did watch, like I said, reading. Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't really watch any basketball. I was trying to hear what Flight had to say
oh,
because I
okay.
didn't really watch no basketball today. Then I heard him say something about Zubac having a amazing game, and I was like, "What Zubac? What the hell he do?"
Oh, well, okay, y'all. You play with the Clippers. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back and check it out, see what's going on with it. I always go back and go. I always go back and look at it on find out what's going on. See who played, who won, whatever happened. Oh yeah, you could always do that.
But other than that, I've just been floating around the city.
Oh
I
yeah.
actually missed my gym time today. I didn't even go to the gym today. 'Cause I was floating around since all day. Trying to put some bread in my pocket.
Yeah, I hear you. Sitting over there don't make no sense. Ask you how was your Thanksgiving?
Well, to be honest with you, my Thanksgiving was fabulous.
Okay.
I was on the stream. I think I was on the stream. I think Flight had me on the stream. Well, it was
Okay.
Flight and Zen, I think. I was on Zen's stream.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I showed them some of my family members and shit, the knuckleheads I be talking about.
All right, we'll go back and check that out there.
Yeah, it was on Zen's stream. And then it got too noisy for Flight stream. So I just got off and waited till I to my other crib and got on. It was a little more calming. And then my girl started screaming on top of my helmet. You know what I'm saying? Don't you start that.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, welcome to the world.
Don't you start that screaming and shit in here. Oh my God, that still was funny. I was like, damn, babe, I just got into the door. She's like, don't you start that Flight screaming and y'all yelling at the damn
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that was funny. I said, nah, I ain't gonna do it, and end up doing it anyway.
Oh, okay.
I was like, nah, babe, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna go into this other room right here. I did it anyway. She damn near kicked the door down. So I basically had to get off the stream. I couldn't control myself. I was having an episode.
Yeah. Well, you can be like I said, it happens, Dex. It happens to the best of us.
Happened to the best of them, exactly. You said the key word right there.
Oh yeah.
So
Shout
after
out,
that, I
shout
damn near went to bed with a headache.
oh yeah. Shout out to Basil Carpenter Jr.
I didn't even know Randy Moss had like a little restaurant
Oh yeah, where?
in West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Basil did it close up because of COVID. When everything shut down, it just didn't open back up.
Oh, hey, Basil, I got family out in West Virginia too. You probably know. That what's the name dude is from West Virginia too. Yeah, but yep, I got a lot of family in West Virginia out there.
In Morgantown? We're in Morgantown?
No, in
Blacksburg?
Beckley.
Where? Oh, Becky?
Beckley, West Virginia. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Becky. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Out that area. Out there, especially out that area. A whole bunch of them. Now they families. There's two big families out there. Both of them some kids to me.
Yep. Becky. Yep. Becky, West Virginia.
Yeah.
I've been to Becky.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I saw the what's the name on the fields. Those mountains are beautiful out there. It seems like you sitting on top
That's
of
the Appalachians, right?
Say it again.
That's the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, the Appalachian, right. They got a lot of coal. They got a lot of coal by
Yep.
towns out
Yep.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, my family came through that. When they came up there with what's the name when it started with the slavery thing. I told you that. I think I told you that before, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
So they came through West Virginia.
Right.
So they came through not West Virginia, but Virginia. I'm sorry. And then they came through a big family out there. So that family that's my last name. So my last name added with them people's right there. It ain't like a lot of people out there with that family with that last name.
Mm. Yep. It ain't really much out in West Virginia. I can tell you that, though.
I'm already knowing. It ain't what it is. It's just the people that, you know what I'm saying, in that community. That community that grew up in that part of that area. There's some close-knit people. A lot of them people know each other, you know what I'm saying? You know, they really close-knit. A lot of them people can kin to each other, you know what I'm saying? And they got the big families out there and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, a lot of people all the time. You don't find too many people moving to West Virginia, you know what I'm saying? that ain't one place they want to go to. They want to move to, but usually they got a lot of family that been there for years. You understand me? Like what I'm talking about now.
At one time, I can remember. I think it was in the '90s. West Virginia was labeled as the poorest state above the Mason-Dixon.
Still is, Dex. You ain't heard?
Oh, it still is.
Yeah.
I just remember that a long time ago because
Matter of fact,
they had a pretty good football team up there.
yeah, what's the name? The Mountaineers. What's the name? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, West Virginia
They were
Mountaineers.
pretty good in the late '80s, early '90s.
Right. And halfway good in basketball too, for that matter.
Yeah, they had a pretty nice little run in basketball too. You're right.
I forgot his name though. He real good. He still got him now though. He still coach out there. I forgot his name though. He real tough.
Well, I'm quite sure Basin though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know this Chinese chicken salad is so delicious. Oh my God. And Thunder, you know why Maryland is the richest state? Because DC is not a state.
Right.
DC is a district.
Right.
And a lot of contracts and what you call that industry? Military, industrial industry
Right.
is, contracting with people down in Maryland and all that. So they have a civility and a level of employment that's out of control.
Yeah.
And they make good money. I'll be down in Maryland. I'll be in Maryland a lot, trust me. I'll be down in Fredericksburg. I'll be down in Hurlock, Baltimore. What other part of Maryland I go to sometimes? Elkton, Maryland, and Aberdeen. I've been down in Aberdeen. It's kind of hood down there in Aberdeen. Yeah.
I had heard slavery. A lot of slavery was real influential during the building of that Maryland, to a certain extent Maryland too, but to a certain extent Baltimore, not just Baltimore, the places, but like Georgetown. Let's say the what's the name, the Supreme Court, all those big old buildings out there. The buildings were built like what, the 1600s to 1800s and stuff like that. So it's like a whole lot of slavery was going on at that time, and that was a whole lot of free labor that was took to build these places, to build the places like that. So I see how they prospered. To a certain extent, they prospered with free labor.
Yeah, Maryland is really a government subsidy state. That's what really Maryland is all about.
Right. What you mean by government subsidy?
They get a lot of welfare. When I'm talking welfare, I'm not talking like welfare like you get a check for $400 a month and then you get an EBT for $500 depending on your kids. Not that. It's total $900. Not that type of welfare. They get corporate welfare. And they get military welfare. Because a lot of those people that's in Maryland and on the outskirts of Virginia, a lot of those jobs are military connected.
Okay.
It might not be directly military, but it's military connected because somebody got to come paint the buildings, right?
Right.
Somebody got to do the plumbing, right?
Right.
Somebody got to do the electrical work and all that type of stuff on all these buildings.
Right.
And so a lot of those jobs are connected to stuff like that. It might not be direct, but it's connected.
Like
and that's why they got so much money out there.
Yeah, like that Langley place. That what's the name?
Place. Yeah, Langley, Virginia. But see, one thing about Maryland, you have a whole lot of communities that's off in those little woods, like in the boondocks, that you wouldn't even know that people even live out there.
Yeah.
And you go through them woods and you see them beautiful homes, you be like, whoa, wait, they got it going on, and they don't want nobody to see it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how that's set up.
Yeah. Yeah, those are getaway homes. Yeah. Vacation cabins. I hear you.
Yeah, them people out there living good, Vern. They living good.
Yeah, I know it's about the money out there, man. Yep, it is. But yeah, you right though. That's DC. That's that DC money. People ain't paying tax. What they do? They pay taxes out there then?
I don't even think they pay taxes, man. I think they tax free. Yep, I think they tax free out there in Virginia and Maryland.
Yeah.
Thunder, that amazed me, Thunder, when I saw that.
Hey, Dex, I guess I missed my college, because I majored in physical education and political science. I didn't stick with the physical education too much. I tried to stick with political science, but it got to be kind of boring in my understanding and in my mindset, so I left that alone. If I'd have stuck with it longer, I'd probably be a congressman right now, you know what I mean? A senator or something. Well, I'm telling you. I'm glad I didn't do it. I would be caught up in it. Oh, I don't know, man. I'm not real good with the politics thing. I gave up trust with the politics a long time ago, Dex. Yeah.
But see, the thing about it is, I always wonder why certain states didn't have professional teams. And that because that would ruin the economy because they were so college driven. The economy is based, a lot of those places, economy is based on college driven economies, students and loans and all that type of stuff.
Right.
And a professional team coming into those areas would probably just ruin it.
I don't know. I could agree with that, then I can't agree with it. Because then look with the Chicago Bulls. With Chicago Bears, Chicago Blackhawks.
No, you can listen, Vern. You cannot compare Chicago, Vern. You cannot compare the Chicago to those cities or even the state of Illinois to those states, is because Chicago by itself is a heavily dense populated area.
Right.
And it's sitting on the water. Them other places, they might sit on water on the outskirts, you know what I'm saying? But far as the interior, they ain't like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, go ahead.
No, I understand. Cause I agree with you. Cause small, like you say something like place like Oregon. So you got Oregon, you got Portland, Oregon, you got Portland, and then Seattle. Seattle don't have a professional basketball team no more, but they can get a basketball team and they'll draw good money too, I think. So that's what Seahawks.
But those cities like Portland and Seattle, they're not heavily laden on government packages.
Okay.
Those states are like Portland. Portland has a port, and Seattle has a port.
Okay. So I see
You know
what
what
you're
I'm saying?
making.
You got Vancouver
You're
right
making a
there.
difference at that, right? That's a difference. So what teams you see being badly affected by?
Say that again.
I didn't hear you. I said, what team you say?
No, say that again.
What teams do you see being badly affected by that situation? What you saying? Like teams like what? Charlotte. Charlotte ain't by no don't fit that description. What you were saying about being.
But Charlotte is a bank. Charlotte is a financial hub.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, they're a financial hub. A lot of banks are headquarters down there in Charlotte.
Hey,
Now I don't know why, but there's something going down there in Charlotte. Well, the hedge, the hedge, the hedge funds, those who do that hedge fund stuff and all that type of stuff, they want to be in Charlotte. They don't want to be in New York.
okay.
A lot of people don't talk about it, Vern, for some reason. I don't know why. It's like one of the best kept secrets in America about Charlotte. I
Yeah,
remember back in the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. I think the early 2000s or the late 1990s,
yeah,
like 98, 99. Charlotte was listed as one of the best places to raise a family. It was like number 2
right.
in all the United States. So it was. So and they were promoting that hard. So that was
Yeah,
like really recruiting people to move down there.
yeah,
They took a
yeah.
lot of people out of Atlanta, stuck them down there in Charlotte.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could agree with that because it seems like Charlotte got that kind of Atlanta atmosphere now, that kind of type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like that southern vibe.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, they sure was promoting that. I remember that. I remember reading that back in the
yeah,
day, and I was like, damn, I want to go to Charlotte and see what it looked like because it was almost like that was supposed to be Black Mecca Part 2. Charlotte, they was encouraging people to move their family from the hardships of inner city America down there to Charlotte.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember that migration coming out of Mississippi, coming out of Georgia, you know, especially
yeah.
like the areas in Savannah and all that type of stuff,
Right.
going down to Charlotte and making whole new life for themselves. And they said the income was greater in Charlotte than it was in some major cities. Like how much money you can make per medium house income.
Right. Yeah. That's the path, but that's the path my family took. Like I said, from Virginia to going to West Virginia, and also from there going to Mississippi. Then from
Right.
Mississippi going to Chicago, and that's
Well, it's under Black Mecca right now. I'm not sure. It could be Atlanta,
I
but
would say it's Atlanta.
one of the original Black Meccas was really Washington D.C. That was Chocolate City. That's the original Chocolate City is Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Now there's a joke. I don't know if I can say it, but there's a joke of how all them black people got up there.
Say it again.
I said there's a joke about how all the black people got to Washington D.C.
How's that?
through Martin Luther King.
All those Million Man March, they just stayed.
No, it wasn't a Million Man March. Martin Luther King, 1968. I Have a Dream March.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, my fault. My fault. Million Man March came with what's his name? All right, I got
Yeah,
you.
that's 95. Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, they said that Martin Luther King went up there and had all them black people, and they talking about the check was insufficient funds, and Martin Luther King got mad and left them black people up there. Told them, fend for yourself. And that's how DC became chocolate city.
Right. Right. Hey. Whoa, Dex. And it goes right back to what I was just saying at first, and I was telling you about how Baltimore and all Washington, D.C. got built, and the people that built it. That was way before Martin Luther King, my brother.
That's why I said it was a joke.
Telling you.
Remember I
Boy,
said it was a joke, Uncle Vard.
I know it. I already got that. I got that. I caught that. I caught it.
And look, Thunder said a best kept secret is like Salt Lake City. It's nice, but it won't be a lot of people that look like you, but it's beautiful. Yeah, Salt Lake City, you know, you got Salt Lake City, you got Primo, you got Park City. Park City is very nice. I've been there. Park City, and you got what's that other one? What's that other one up there? Provo. Yeah, Provo, Utah. So yeah, all that area is really nice, especially in the wintertime, man. I mean, it's a winter escapade. Uh, it rivals some of the best ski slopes in the world up there in Park City and Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Because a lot of Hollywood insiders hang out in Park City, Utah.
Oh, okay.
And there's a whole lot of activity going on up there, you know, mountain tier activity and things of that nature. Because, you know, you got the Park Cities of the world, you got the Vail, Colorado, you got Breckenridge, Colorado, which I've been to. A very nice ski resort up there. I mean, the atmosphere is just fabulous. And then you got Aspen. Aspen is, you know, is for the elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aspen, Colorado is for the elite. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna even lie.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. The first time I ever been to Denver or Boulder, you know, I've been to both of them, Denver and Boulder. But when I went to Denver, though, you know, up in that area, man, I'm gonna tell you something, Dex. Man, being close to the mountains like that was so breathtaking, Dex. I never seen nothing like it in my life. For real, though. Man, I thought it was the strangest thing. I could just reach. Seemed like I could just reach out, and the people who were standing there, I could reach. Seemed like I could just open up their kitchen window, just reach out, and just holler at somebody that's going up the mountain and tell them to turn around and come back.
Oh, you know what's another mountain spot that's really beautiful? Logan, Utah.
Yeah.
There's a place called Logan, Utah, and that's where you know you have a lot of your what are those people you call your law enforcement. And
Yeah.
I'm talking about not law enforcement like just police officers and stuff like that. I'm talking about people that work like CIA, FBI, DOA. What's that other one? NI. What's it? Is it NIA?
What,
I think it's
NIS?
NIA. Huh?
NIS?
The NIS?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's what something about it's national security, something like that. That's security.
Right. Yeah. That one.
The NSA.
NSA. There you go. NSA. That's it. NSA.
Yeah.
You have a lot of those people that have log cabins and all that stuff up in those areas.
Right.
Because it's very discreet, kind of, you know.
Yeah,
if you don't know the place, you're not gonna ever even go there. You know what I'm saying?
That's like I said. That's the type of people that work at that Langley base, that base out there.
No, this is Utah. I'm talking about Utah.
Right, I understand that. It's government base.
Utah got some secret stuff too up there, like some secret government facilities.
Right. Yeah, the same type of people. Yeah, I understand.
But those are some really nice places. I mean, if you look at the log cabins and stuff like that, them log cabins cost like $4 or $5 million, man.
Oh yeah.
Or better. That's how beautiful they are. And they log cabins. There's something to get away in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't even live in those. They don't even live in them year round.
Okay. Yeah.
So you got a lot of little
like
places in America like that.
Yeah, they more vacation or getaway homes.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So do.
Oh yeah.
And if you go up in there, they're looking at you crazy. Like, what are you doing in this area? And who are you looking for? What's up?
Right. Somebody to check you out. Somebody go wind up check you out if there ain't nobody but the police.
Yeah, and they do it slick because they, like I said, they from them alphabet crews, so they do it real slick. Oh, hi, how you this way. Oh, do you have family up here? You know, they do it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they already know how to be surreptitious in their approach.
Okay.
And so they get at you like that. They use their techniques, you know, their techniques on how they do other people, you know, in other countries and stuff like that.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
just come at you like they just the nicest thing in the world. And then as soon as you act like you ain't really, you know, with that, that's when you see their real colors. Well,
Right.
you know, I'm supposed to be up here. You know, I think I could call the sheriff, or you know, they start showing their true colors then.
Right.
When you're trying to be all chumly and all that, like, why are you asking me questions? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm here for something
Yeah.
and for somebody.
Yeah. They want to know your business.
Yeah, they want to know your business.
Yeah.
They change them quick.
Yeah.
I done had that too many times.
Yeah.
Boy, they change them so quick. I mean, like, look at it, watch it change up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you something, Dex.
Hey, you know what I mean? We don't really see, you know, people like you up here this often. I mean, you know, what brings you here? How do you know about this town? I'm like, why are you asking me fucking questions?
Hey,
Wait, excuse me?
hey, Dex, look here. If you had $1 for every time you heard this question geared towards you, you'd be a rich man. Look here. Hey, what do you do for a living?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they ask that.
Yeah.
They ask that sometimes. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure
Well,
do.
I ain't talking about just any of those people. I'm talking about any people to a certain extent, any person that you might come in contact to, you yourself might come in contact to in real life, because you could be misunderstood as your
Yeah,
character, the character that you have. You
if I'm
understand?
in a shopping area, I don't get that. If I'm
Okay.
in a shopping area, I don't get that. But as soon as I go to a residential area and I'm going to visit somebody and I pull up in their driveway and I come out and I'm black, and then I go, you know, knocking on their door, and here they come out towards their front yard and everything. They just have to see who the hell I am, what I look like, and then they want to know how I sound. See, that's what I found out about those people.
Right.
They want to know how what type of vernacular do this guy use when he's engaged. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I can go either way, right? I can either use their vernacular, or I can use my vernacular.
Right.
And when I use my vernacular, that's when I get the pushback.
Right.
Well, we can call the police, and you get all that. But once I use their vernacular, then they be like, okay. Well, nice meeting you. You know, are you going to start coming up here regular? I mean, is this something new? They start getting into all that type of stuff. But I already know what the underlying is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I play their game, and sometimes I don't. And when you don't play their game, boy, they're gonna show you their wrath.
Right.
And they always want to put the police on you.
Yeah. But you have to be careful, especially out there in California, because there's a lot of goings on out there. People be watching they going on, the things they got going on. So they don't want too many people wandering around trying to find out what's going on.
Right.
Okay.
So it's that it can get fascinating at times, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about how they act, but I got everything to do about how I respond.
Oh yeah, true that.
That's the only thing I got in my control is how I respond.
Right. Yeah.
But it's funny sometimes though.
Yeah.
Like I say, I already know what they're up to. I know they're not really trying to be my friend. They just want to know who I'm visiting in case if anything happens. And then they're gonna say, I told you not to let that nigga up in here. But of course nothing like that's not gonna happen.
No, I don't see nothing like that happening.
But it's very funny though, Uncle Vern. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Yeah.
Now, it's all the basketball that went on tonight. I'm great that everybody got an opportunity to cheer for their team and everything. And I'm kind of relieved, Uncle Vern, that the Lakers have not been in any noisy negative mouths.
Right.
because they're showing that they can turn it on. And
Right.
I'm just hoping that whatever they turn on, stay on.
Right. I heard Westbrook got into a fight.
With who? Not Westbrook. I mean Patrick Beverly.
Oh, that's who it was?
Yeah,
No,
that's the
okay,
only person I know of that pushed DeAndre Ayton.
yeah, okay, bet. No, I was saying something about Westbrook got in a fight with Collins, that Collins dude.
Who? Collins.
Collins, yeah. Okay,
Who was that?
so,
Who was that?
the four. I can hear. Hold on, Dex. I can go to it, Dex. Let me go to it. Don't worry. Oh, hold on. Don't even worry.
I'm
Give me a
not
second.
familiar with that.
Yeah, because matter of fact, I just saw it just a second ago, a little while ago. I didn't see the. I didn't watch it, but I saw what it said on the thing. Russell Westbrook on YouTube. Yeah, but he was in a fight. So,
You sure it was Westbrook?
yeah, they might have been talking about what's her name. They might have been talking, like you said, they might have been talking about Beverly because I didn't know Patrick Beverly was in the fight. They just showed a picture of Westbrook and they were talking about a fight. I just assumed Westbrook was in the fight with Collins because it said something about him fighting Collins. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Patrick Beverly. I'm not. I'm not for sure about Westbrook because that would have came on my phone because I get Laker alerts, on my phone.
Oh, okay.
And ain't nothing like that popped up on my phone.
Yeah. No, I don't see it. I don't see it now anyway. So I guess you're right. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, because people was calling out Patrick Beverly because they thought that was a dastardly act because he pushed him from the back, and they were saying that Patrick Beverly normally. Well, not normally. Let me take that back. They was basically saying that Patrick Beverly have a history of pushing people from the back and not confronting them straight on. So they're looking at that as being a dastardly, cowardly act because these guys are not even anticipating something of that nature happening to them from the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
you
they can
get
be
whiplash.
shoved and get injured.
Yeah.
And that's what they don't like. They was like, Patrick, if you want to be tough, get in front of the guy, see eye to eye, chest to chest, and then let him know what's about. You feel me? Not
Right.
pushing people from the back that's not even expecting anything of that nature. So that's why I'm gonna say out of my own mouth that's even though he's a Laker, that was very cowardly and dastardly to be in the Laker uniform. Because
Right.
we know Shaq threw punches straight up. We know Kobe threw punches straight up. We know Kareem threw punches straight up. We know Norm Nixon threw punches straight up. We know Keith Wilkes, aka Jamal Wilkes, threw punches straight up. We know Kermit Washington threw punches straight up. And we know Ron Artest threw punches straight up. So I don't know with Patrick Beverly, what line that he comes in or what cloth that he's cut from, continuously putting players in harm's way from their back. It's like shooting a man in an okay corral from the back instead of having a straight up gunfight.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah,
So,
it's rough out there.
yeah, as a Laker fan, I do not condone that at all.
Okay, Russell Westbrook heated after two fake. Okay, Russell Westbrook heated after flagrant two foul by Zach Collins. That was a day ago. That was the other day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't really familiar with that, him and Zach
yeah,
Collins.
yeah.
But I know that Patrick Beverly was a heated topic.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of people wasn't feeling that. Because like you say, you get pushed
Yeah,
from
he
the
got
back.
suspended. He got suspended. Yeah, he got. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
he deserved that
Suspended.
suspension.
Okay. What?
Yeah,
2
he
games?
deserved it. Huh?
Yeah. He got suspended 2 games.
Yeah, he deserved that shit.
Oh, okay.
Pushing people from the
Just for
back. Yeah,
pushing somebody?
yeah, from the back. That's he did Chris Paul the same way. Remember?
He didn't get suspended for doing Chris Paul, did he?
Yeah, he did. He got suspended.
Oh.
That was in the playoffs, but he got suspended coming that next season.
What? I know they got a technical. I didn't know he got suspended for that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So, but that was the last part. That was the last game they played against what's the name then anyway. So he wouldn't have got suspended for the rest of the season because the season was over with at that game.
Right.
Okay, I
So
got
the next season that came up,
right.
he served his suspension.
I understand. I got you. I understand. You're right. I understand. Yeah, that's what what's the name? Phoenix put the Lakers out. I understand. Oh, they lost? Yeah. Yeah, the
Who
Packers
lost?
lost. Packers.
Who lost?
Packers. Green Bay Packers.
Oh.
Yep, Green Bay.
Who did they play anyway, Vern?
But who did they play? Philadelphia. Philadelphia.
Oh, wow. That's a good win for Philly.
33-40. Philly won 33-40.
Then what was the defense?
I don't know. I didn't even watch it. I told you I ain't watching no games today. I ain't do no read, but that's all I've been doing, reading and sleeping.
You ain't reading no
They
Iceberg
I
Slim,
know
are
the
you?
Packers 4-8 though. She said they 4-8.
Ron, you out here reading the Iceberg Slim?
And the Eagles are 10-1. Now you get it?
The Eagles are good.
Yeah, okay, there you go, Dex. Now you asked me, do I do what now? Read what now?
Iceberg Slim.
Yeah,
Donald
I read,
Gordon.
yeah, Donald Gordon's, I read Iceberg Slim, all of them. I read all of them. All of them. Yeah. Yep, read all of them.
Did you know I hung out with Bishop Don Juan before?
Yeah, I know him. I know him. I met him personally.
Yep.
Yeah, I met him personally. Yep. I know some people that used to attend this, what's the name? I know some people were back on the west side used to attend this church over there. I was
Uh-huh.
used to attend this church. He used to be their
Oh.
pastor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Did that, yeah. I know some people that used to sell stuff to him to boost him. I know some people that used to boost for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been out here in California for a minute.
Oh yeah, with Snoop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah, I already know. Yeah,
I mean, he told me.
I mean when he had South Side and everything else on the West Side too. I was locked out here in Chicago though.
Say young blood. Them your girls. And don't tell me that all them your girls, man.
Yeah.
He had me rolling, die laughing, man. I said, no, not all of them. He said, well,
Yeah.
show us one that's not yours. He was just playing, though. He was just playing with me. But it was funny, though, how he was talking. Because he had 2 of them with him.
Oh yeah. He always keep at least 2.
Yeah, because we were celebrating a mutual friend's birthday. So we did it at this one club, this one popular club out here. And he popped up. It was a few celebrities popped up, but when he popped up, he kind of stole the show. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
We took pictures, we kicked it, we talked. He said, man, if I would known what I know today, I would have been a square a long time ago.
For real. Well, you get
He
the
said, I
money.
didn't know I had to work this hard to be a square.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah,
But that's a trip how that works out, right? You do all of that just to, settle down and get your nice little crib and a car, and might settle down, might get married and have a couple of kids, and you're
Right.
like, wow,
Right. Well, you don't go without saying because life is a struggle. It depends on how you look at it. Okay, like, well, I'm gonna give you a good example. Like with Mike Tyson. When Mike Tyson started off, Mike Tyson started boxing off at an early age, right? Like 16, 17, 18 years old, going into professional rankings. But what about that earlier, before that 16 years old? What was he doing there? He was doing a lot of stuff. He had a little record going on before his boxing record, remember?
right, yeah.
Hey,
He was a
man.
troubled youth. That's what they call Mike Tyson, the troubled youth.
Hey, man, some start early, some start late. Some, what I'm saying, some, even we were in the rap scene now, what I'm saying, even with the rappers and stuff like that, what I'm saying, some of them just really don't get up out the game. You wonder, hey, well, how you get all this money? Why don't you just stop? Well, it's reasons why, real good reasons why. Millions of them.
Sometimes that life is addictive.
Well, it ain't addictive. It's the fact that you can't get away from it. You got to build it up. In order to build it up, you got to be better than the next guy because it's the fact that this is what you're working for peanuts to a certain extent. Unless you're independent, you got your own thing. But if you're working for somebody else to a certain extent, you ain't doing nothing but just working. So you in the studio all the time trying to come up with something because you're only as good as the last contract you signed.
Right.
You understand me? And remember, you ain't getting it real good on that first contract. So if you got like 3 contracts, what I'm saying? I don't know, Dex. It's rough. You know the business of it. I already don't know the business of it, but I know the outcome of it. And the
That's
outcome,
what makes Drake. That's what makes Drake such a phenom, because he went through all that, came out of it,
right?
did his own thing, and now there's no looking back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you got to make hits after hits after hits after hits after hits after hits.
Because you feeding a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's like, like let's go back to that Mike Tyson thing again. A lot of that Mike Tyson cake, like it's pie. This is whole pie, but you got to chop some of this off for these people. This person got to get paid. They got to get paid. They got to get paid. They got to get paid. And then the lump sum of that usually comes back to me in his pocket. But a lot of these people got pieces of that pie. It was like what's the name was saying, like Kid Austin's father was saying. A lot of people got their hands in that, and in that pie.
Yep. Yep. I know what it's like. You got to feed a bunch of people before you can break free.
Right.
Everybody's satisfied.
And then even with rappers, where they get their money from is doing them shows, right?
Yep. They don't even get all of it though, Vern.
You already know. I already know.
It used to be they got every penny. Now they don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got these 360 deals.
Yeah, I already know. You know about the 360. You know about the 360 deal, that deal. Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you, about Dex. I'm tell you something. I'm tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. Man. He look good for that, boy. Same thing make you laugh, gonna make you a whole lot of people cry. Yeah. So hey, boy, goes around, comes around, boy.
No doubt. That stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane if you ask me.
Hey, Dex, but if I be going tomorrow, I'll tell you my dream came true today, man.
What happened?
Sat down in the comfort of my living room and talk with LeVar Ball.
Oh wow.
Man, Dex, they don't get no greater than that. See, Dex, I know my history and everything else. I know it ain't nothing for me more or less to a certain extent to find out about myself. I had always got, but that's cross that one off on my bucket list, Dex.
I feel you on that one.
Had a chance to talk with a future champion and talk with the father of future champions. Oh, I'll tell you, 2 fathers of future champions. Oh, I'm telling you, Dex. I'm tell you what, Flight Sports TV.
The machine.
Hey. for it, Dex. And you could, hey, look, and you could write it and script it any way you want to. All you have to do is just be around and do something.
Yeah.
Stay true to it. Stick true to what you said and watch it perpetuate. Because as you go on, it's going to perpetuate because you're going to be in the business, you're going to be in the know. You're going to be in the news. If it's happening, it's definitely going to be happening. And if it's going to be happening with them, it's going to be happening here first, whole Fight Sports TV.
No doubt.
There you go. As far as they're concerned. We can't tell you about everybody else, Dex. As far as they're concerned. I'm trying to still, well, I really want to stick with the Wizards, Dex. That's all. It ain't the fact that I want to. I just recognize that's the way it's going. Yeah, and like I said before, Dex, again, I appreciate you and Flight, man. That's all. That's it, Dex.
Yeah, Vern. Vern. He wants you to play some dominoes with him, Vern.
And I'll tell you, boy, I give my I'll tell you that. I'm tell you, man, I've been wanting to get in that ass. That's what I told him there. I've been wanting to get in that ass for a long time with the balls, though. But I just mean, I ain't want to just call the man. I'm just telling the man I want to get in that. I'm telling you, I ain't, boy, I'm telling you, I'm like Mo 3, man. I be bet them dominoes. I be slamming them at the balls, man. I be slamming them things. I be hurting them, man. You understand my game. My game is real, man. My game ain't one. My domino game. Hey, baby. Oh, she go. She'll tell you about my domino game. My domino game ain't what, Dex. I ain't just.
I'm hoping I'm there to slap some bones with you too.
Okay, yeah, you have to be there, Dex.
Put them on your back, domino.
Yeah, I'm telling you, but my domino game good, man. My domino game real good, Dex. Real good. I would kill him. I'm already, but I'll be merciful on him, though. He's a young man. I don't want to treat the young man, make him look bad out there at his old house, stuff like that. You don't do guests like that.
You that good, Vern? You that good?
Yeah, I'm good. For real, though. For real, though. I got good D, and I wrote a score up on you. All I do is score, Dex. I'm like Michael Jordan. I'm better than Michael Jordan at that.
What you gonna do what you gonna do if you have big 6 in hand in 3 more 6?
I'm gonna lock him up. I'm gonna make sure he got to go in that boneyard and get everything I need him to go get. Even if he do know how to play him, it still don't make a difference. My outcome is gonna be my outcome because I'm gonna be able to dictate by what he got in his hand and what I know he don't have in his hand. I can always tell about what you got in your hand and what you don't have in your hand, because if you ain't playing it towards that way, I'm gonna play everything I got to make you study, go back and pick or play off of me. So my whole defense is my offense. My offense will step on everything that you play. And even if I don't have to, I always step on yours because I know you trying to set yourself up. So I stop.
And you know what?
Set yourself
Uncle
up.
Vern, my game is so good, I can have big 5, big 4, and big 12.
Right.
And guess what? Big 6.
Big
and
6.
Guess what? I'm gonna play big 4.
Right. And you can play them off. You can play. You do what you say. You can play them. That ain't uncommon. People play 5 up them off anyway. You know what I'm saying? Get that 50 points. You could do that. Play the 5 off and get that 50 points.
Yeah.
5 doubles. You play them off and get the 50 points. You do that. I could do that too. I wouldn't though. Well, I have done it before, but I wouldn't though. If I had the right reason to throw them back, I'd throw them back instead of trying to play them off. Because that's a gamble.
Yeah, that's a gamble. Yeah.
Because it's just like you already dictating your hand to everybody because they know what to look for, because they know what's on the board. So
Right.
they know sooner you go open them up with this. I'm gonna open them up with that. So the person that's playing before you ain't gonna be on your side, especially when you're playing cutthroat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about cutthroat. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's the defensive part of it. Yeah.
Only time it might help you if you're playing cutthroat with like 3 or 4 people,
right?
And they trying to hold the other man in so he don't win the game.
Right.
Like if you play with 3 houses, 4 houses, or however how many houses you play, it's normally 3. 3 houses, game over. And they try to hold them in, and they letting everybody out and score and just holding you back. That stuff be frustrating.
Right, exactly. Right, that's on right. That's on cutthroat. See, but when we play cutthroat, then you got to realize you might know how to play real good and know what's going on, but everybody else don't do the same thing, and everybody else play cutthroat. Everybody for themselves.
Yeah.
If they know they can stop the next man because he got so many points, they'll try to do that. But if not there, they might be on the next man's side. For that go, they'd rather see him get it than you get it.
Right.
Yeah. That's why it's called cutthroat.
And I'll be like, man, don't you see what I'm doing? I'm turning fours. This dude ain't got no fours. Why you keep giving him an out?
Hey, Dex, I'm gonna tell you how good I am at dominoes. Believe me, this is the truth. When I was a kindergarten, Dex, they had dominoes there. All the little kids were sitting there just taking them and sitting them up and watching them fall down. I said, look here, that ain't how you play those. I got them from them and started shaking them up, Dex, and showed them how to play dominoes in kindergarten. But I
Is that
didn't do
right?
it the first day in kindergarten. I cried. I stayed by the window because my mama left me, and I thought she wasn't gonna come back and get me. I thought she was just leaving me somewhere. And then I started getting around the kids, and I seen how they was doing and what they was doing, and I see they were playing dominoes. I knew how to play dominoes because I played with my uncles and stuff out there in California.
Mm.
Yeah. So I put them down there dead. I put the dominoes down there dead. That was in 1968. So I knew what was going on there. That well, not the 68, but that's 68. I take that back. That was 60, what, 63, 64, 63, 64, going up at that time right there, 1964. But I knew what to play with dominoes, though, because it was in Chicago, not in California, but in Chicago. I knew what they were doing
Mm.
with dominoes there. I didn't take them and just knock them down and just did like that. I knew what to do with them, shake them up.
Just shake him up.
Yeah. When I
Hey,
was
do you like to play with the bones? With the
nine,
with the gold in the middle,
yeah,
or just flat dominoes.
yeah, I like to play with ones with the gold in the middle because those until you can turn those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can
You can
turn,
spin them.
spin them. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I got those. I got those too. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something, Dex. I know how to play the what's days too. The what's day the trade dominoes. When they got to have the 55, they got the 55 dominoes in the
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I
I know
like
what
to
you're talking
play
about.
those
Yeah,
too. Mexican trade. Those are trade. That's trade
right.
dominoes. They be
Yeah,
playing those at the casinos. At
yeah,
the
I know what
what's
you're
the
talking
on the, not the casinos, but they play them on the what's the name, the cruise ships and stuff like
about.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the whole group of them they be playing on that. Yeah, I know how to play that too. I played that
You
before
ever
too.
play Chinese dominoes?
No, I heard them, but I ain't played them yet though. No, I know they don't look like the one of the dominoes that we play with. Yeah, I know. I never played with them. No.
Even Cubans play different dominoes. They play
Yeah,
dominoes
I know.
different.
Yeah, I play dominoes with Cubans. They don't keep score. They just go ahead and just play out
Uh huh.
whoever domino, and that's how I learned my game too, real good like that. Because I always know how to hold people.
And
And I
they
always
play fast.
right, right, and I know how to hold. See, that's they think what they do, and that's where they get caught up playing with me because I can always think ahead. What they do is they try to keep the game going fast so that way they score. You
Right.
understand me? But it really ain't with them. It ain't with them and with that in that game. It really ain't about scoring. It's about who gonna get rid of their domino first,
Dominoes. Yeah.
all right? And who gonna make them pass and go in the yard. See, that's what
Right.
it is. And I'm real good at making you pass because I know what you got to a certain extent. Because I know what you got in your head. It's definitely easy to know what you ain't got, what you can't play on. So that's the defense right there. So I'm gonna sit over there, and step on your play, and I'm gonna sit something you can't play on. So did you? It's like being caught between a rock. I'm the rock and the hard place. The hard place is the boneyard,
Most.
and that's my whole game. Stop you from scoring and run the score up on you. Just that simple.
But I ain't played no bones in a minute, so I'm out there like get warmed up a little bit, a few games
Right.
before my cognition start kicking in.
You ever wondered why it wasn't something that you can go to the casino and play with and bet on and stuff like that. You ever wonder why you can't do that?
Why?
Because people are good at it. You can
Oh,
control. That's a game you can control with your mind. You can control it just on your know-how alone. You can control it and be real good at it and win a lot of money. They don't do that. They
oh,
just can't bet on the game like that. It's like with cards and stuff like that. You go to your just bet on that with dominoes and stuff like that. They don't have a betting thing for that. Or do you know about? Maybe I'm wrong.
yeah.
You know about betting more than I do. You ever seen
No,
casinos or
well, they
something?
kind of, they kind of, they kind of, they, yeah. Some casinos do have like the card games a little
I
bit.
ain't talking about the card game.
The
I'm talking about
closest you're gonna
dominoes.
get
Slow down.
is like baccarat, you know what I mean? But
Right.
yeah.
No, not with the card. The card. Well,
All right, bro. I'm
hey,
finna
go.
tune it out, man. I'm gonna walk up in the crib.
Okay, all right, Dex. Let me let you go then.
Flight. See, I was trying to get a hold of flight.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm finna turn it down a notch, man. I'm finna walk up in the crib and
Yeah.
fuck with this dog, and hope he got some grub on the grill that I can mess with before I take it down.
Yeah.
Cause I know it's almost 1:00 out there.
Oh yeah. Well, it's almost 12 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Flight got to go to work in the morning.
Right. All right, Dexter. Let me let you go. Then I can jump off.
Okay, all right, for sure.
All right.
Well, thanks for another great moment in Flight Sports TV. Me and Uncle Vern straight chopping it up, talking about some good old gangster shit. And shout out to Thunder for leading the way in the geographical areas of Baltimore and DC and giving us some of that good old colloquialism from that area. Shout out to Basil for his $10 super chat early on. Shout out to CWE. Shout out to Lamont, of course. Shout out to Testing and everybody that was a part of the stream tonight.
We're gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, we appreciate you big time.
All right, y'all.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.